Good morning, everyone. Ooh. Back at the full weekend. Ready for Korea. Thank you, Fovi. Thank you, Magnolia. Welcome back, guys. Morning, Pineapple. Morning, Joby. Morning, Arthur. Morning, Plum. Ready to lock in. I don't know how, I don't know exactly. I can't promise you the highest quality of games, but I can promise you a good time, hopefully. Evening, GB. Evening? What time zone are you in? Let me knock Big Macs. Are drops enabled? I'm pretty sure. Can anyone drop us a fact check? They should be turned on. Let me see. Where is this option on Twitch? Settings? Community? Can I just say that being a Falcons fan is a good way to get a whiplash? Also true for Zeta. Yeah, but Zeta are already on the right side. Oh, here we go. A drops tab. Let's see what the drops are saying. With Overwatch. OWCS 25 Stage 2 Group 1. Is that it? It says it's enabled on my end. It's 5 PM somewhere. You were getting them yesterday? Yeah, it says they should be enabled, so I think it should be good. Oh, what's going on here then? Is my clean feed working? Wait, can you hear it? You guys should hear it now. There we go. That's a little bit more like it, isn't it? By the way, do you know if fantasy transfers roll? No, they don't. So it's a use 'em or lose 'em situation. Did I watch TM Vision last night? No. I had it like on in the background for like 10 minutes, but I paid like 0 attention. I saw TM were winning though. I presume they went on to win. Let's look at the game, shall we? While we figure that out. So it's a bit of a weird day. By weird, I mean potentially a bit wank. Old Ocean versus AG. Have to favour AG strongly here. Onside versus Crazy Raccoon. Again, we've got to favour Crazy Raccoon. Crazy Raccoon yet to drop a map, even though we've only had easy games. I think this will continue to fall in the category of easy games for Crazy Raccoon. Maybe potentially a worse meta for Crazy Raccoon in terms of having to play a lot of Orisa. It's like an okay hero for jumping, but maybe Pokerface Vesta is actually that's our big one. When Crazy Raccoon play Falcons, oh, it's off screen, but it's the final day of the group stage, so June the 1st. June the 1st, which is the Sunday of the last week of the group stage. So, a while, right? Falcons have a chance to bounce back. We're going to see Falcons play onside tomorrow, which should be a bit more straightforward than their Zeta game yesterday. Do you think TM will get back to their old glory with the gang all back together and they have the glue? Yeah, I'm expecting TM. I think TM go get direct qualification to the Esports World Cup. I think them, Alcad, and VP would be my 3 picks. And I think TM should be on the better side of that, maybe second or something. So I think, I know TM lost to Alcad on week 1, but I think there's, you know, team will get better. Poor Chrissy. Yeah, don't tell Chris. Chris will have to do it the hard way through a last chance qualifier. Anyone need a keyboard? Don't fall for the Falcons regular season sandbagging. Yeah, I mean, we have to say, if you're a Falcons fan, you'd be concerned, right? We've signed some of the best players in the world, and we've seemed to have gotten worse. Can't get a decent result for love nor money. But it's 2 weeks. There's a lot of action happening in Korea, right? Always remember in Korea, while we're focusing on the group stage now, not a regular season fixture. It's only 4 weeks of the season. And then we're going to get the seeding and last chance qualifier. Then we're going to get regional playoffs. Then we're going to get the Asia playoffs. So, you know, there's plenty of time for Falcons to bounce back by the time we actually get to the major. And they do normally ramp up, right? So it's not a great look with all the money they spent, but yeah, if you type !fantasy, it should have the link.
To ensure players can perform their best consistently in games.
Hey, just Bulbo. Morning. Morning, Red Eyes. Not gonna lie, has signing massive rosters ever worked? The shock roster, right? The Season 2 and Season 3 shock roster. I know everyone had big rosters then, but that roster worked, right? But that's also one example. Really, to prove it's not just an exception, we need more examples. Because the initial do you remember London Spitfire Season 1? The super team, the combination of the 2 best teams in Korea? No fucking good. I know they won, but it really wasn't. You know, the results are deceiving there. Finally, I'm able to brag about Overwatch Fantasy X. You're in 14th place? No way you're in 14th place. God damn. I need to make my fantasy changes later. Fuck, I can't speak today. Yeah, so later today, we're going to have EMEA and North America is back as well. And I'm probably going to be on a little bit early. The games start at 6 BST, if I remember right. But I've got a lot of things planned. Obviously, for those who don't know, had my stag do at the last weekend. And at my stag do, my best man very kindly put a quiz together about myself. So I thought maybe, while we wait for the EMEA action to start later, you guys might like to do the quiz as well. Yeah. There was also an art competition, so I don't know if anyone... So you guys can maybe have a look at the art as well, judge the art for yourselves. Let me know which of my friends is the real Picasso. There we go, I'll line that up. Yeah, there was a quiz at the stag party, all about me. All about me. As the, I guess the star. They can't beat the Korean crowd. Yeah, the Korean crowd never draw me. Everyone drew me, you know, so that's, it's self-indulgent, but obviously if the artwork's me, maybe I'm just gonna like it more, you know? A sucker for my own face. When's the quiz? We'll do it before EMEA. I've got the quiz though. I've got the file. I've got the file. I've got the documents. The quiz docs. Everything is here and ready to go. We'll put it safely on the top shelf. Top shelf quiz. What's wrong with some healthy narcissism? In my humble opinion, nothing. Alright, let me finish this sausage sandwich and we can lock in for this first game. Oh, thank you, Unter, for the 8 months. Welcome back, mate. You turned up to work today? Gaga? Gaga's not playing today. Where are you reading 8 months from? Oh, mine it says resubscribe for 8 months at tier 1. They've been subscribed for 15 months. Maybe there was a mixture of primes and primes in there as well. Gaga's not playing, guys. If you're going to be pedantic, Enks, I can show you my side. It's most certainly there. See? I don't write the scripts, I just read the lines, you know? Blame the writers. Mm.
2025 OWCS Korea Stage 2 안녕하세요. 아나운서 이시훈입니다.
Who writes my scripts? Straight Error writes my scripts.
올드오션과 AGG의 경기 시작 전 각 팀의 대표분들과 함께 인터뷰 진행해 보도록 하겠습니다. 먼저 올드오션 팀 만나볼게요.
안녕하세요. 올드오션 매니저 기도입니다.
네, 기도 코치님 반갑습니다. 자, 그렇다면 AGG도 만나보도록.
Thoughts on Flora yesterday? Good performance. All of Zeta looking good, right? Obviously, it's an Orisa meta, which means Bernard probably does actually just become the best tank player to have in this current meta. I say meta, it's been a day, but it's leading that way, isn't it? Yeah, Flora's Freya looked very fine.
일단 여러 가지가 있는데
여러 가지요?
네.
네.
일단 로비가 좀 리그 출신이기도 하고 많은 경험을 했기 때문에 그거가 좀 장점이지 않을까.
경험 측면에서 살짝 밀리지 않을까요? 라고 들어왔는데.
Yeah, I don't know. So as for those who missed it, assessment of Falcons yesterday, I think some of it feels like Monkey's just really hard in this meta, and that's some of the problem they ran into, maybe particularly Oasis. Gibraltar, they just played shit. I thought Falcons were super passive. Maybe some of it's, I'm speculating, but maybe some of it's a hangover from having to play maybe a slightly different style than they used to play in Dive with been for so long. So there seemed to be a bit of a disconnect between how they wanted to play in that matchup. And then Runasapi, obviously Runasapi was fine, right? They just won pretty hard. And then New Junk City, just disasters, uncharacteristic from Falcons. Poor ult usage in a brawl meta. Their DPS losing every clutch. Obviously, you want to give some credit to Pelican and Flora on the other side of this, but really not like Falcons at all. Morning, Musket. I'm good. I'm good today. Ooh. Alfie looked pretty good yesterday. Just want to see if he plays Lucio. Yeah, he played it a bit when he filled in for Violet all the way back in stage 1. But in theory, Nat should be the harder hero. I mean, to be fair, Brig looked really good. Thank you, Wolfman. Climbing. Can I get Joe Biden on a coachable? Yeah, probably. Yeah. Yeah, maybe we'll do a double episode where we get 9K and Biden on. They've probably got more in common than you'd think. Any word on who is the kid for Freya? Yeah, people were saying Tree. I'm a bit like, I'm coming in blind to North America today, so I'm a little bit, little bit, I'll just take it as I see it later, but everyone has been really hot on Tree. A word on the street, all Tree based. Would you still put T1 over AG? Yeah, as one thing I've learned about the power rankings, remember the power rankings are always for the whole stage. Not for right now, for the whole stage. So, Falcons can still win it. T1 can still do better than the data. Though, I will say, early impressions is that actually I've overvalued or undervalued. I guess I've overvalued how much of a drop-off they'd have with Alpha U. Alpha Lee looks good for it. Again, only played a bit of Brig, bit of Kiri, but actually, if you can play Brig, you can play Kiri, you can make it work, you know? So, obviously, all the mitigation of what meta are we going to be in, right? Like, I think, if you ask State Division to pick a meta, they probably would pick an Orisa meta. Maybe one where it's viable for Pelican to play Genji and stuff as well in some places. T1 has a 0%. Oh yeah, the T1 Way one. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still a believer in Donkhack. I think Proud has looked a little bit mild so far when we saw him play yesterday on the Freya. Maybe compared to some of it feels like Merit has been up and down. Flora has been a bit up and down. Becky can't. He's got no eyes. He's gone to sleep. He's not taking this seriously at all. He's not worried about the global gamers. He's not worried at all. Is it taped on as well? Or is it, oh, it's like a pull strap? He's gonna Daredevil it. He's gonna play through sound and he's gonna play only with his other senses. It's for the lights. Does he just wear it pre-game? Surely he only wears it pre-game. The lights are too bright. I mean, we've talked a lot about lights being too bright and it applying too much pressure, but maybe it feels stupid now in hindsight, but why did none of us ever think just to put on sunglasses or cover our eyes a little bit? The human race has invented answers to bright lights. Ah. Exactly. Heighten the other senses. We don't have the technology. We have the technology. We can beat the sun. Don't let this sun propaganda get to you. You thought Hambit's monitor was a cat too? Yeah. I mean, yeah. It did seem that way. Jae-Hong looks like he's clocking in for his office shift. Some of it's the age, but he also just looks like he's sent in his 4th email of the day already. He's been invited to another bloody meeting with Deborah. Just working on a Saturday. Deborah is going to bid an email. Yeah. Poor Jae-Hong. Jae-Hong, the guy looks like he could be a dad. That'd be a nice thing. Imagine if Ray Jae-Hong was your dad. Hey, John. I see you, YouTube chat. Where are we going? Ilios? What are the predictions saying? 78%? Yeah, seems about right. AG seemed to, Oh, wait, am I going to need to crank this again? Hold on. Hold on. Don't look. I'm cranking. Can I get a volume check?
said hey, and is he not in his chair?
I'm in my chair, yeah.
Where are you?
I didn't hear you, mate. I was playing with volume.
Yeah. Oh, Ru Jae-hong. Red t-shirt today.
He's back.
Yeah. When does Avast go live? Can we get a Titan check in the chat real quick? Any Titans?
Anyone see a Titan in the vicinity?
Yeah, no. Have you heard
Hard
a
to
big
miss.
lumbering Titan dominating with the creation of content? Anybody? Anyone at all? Ear to the ground. The vibrations in the floor. What's your time at? 12, 11, 10,
hold on, my screen's bugged.
9 seconds, 8. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to stop counting because it's getting into the danger zone here.
I'm
check.
on
Yeah, we're getting
24,
2.
23, 22.
Wait, the door's already open, or?
Yeah, control point unlocks in.
All right. My door's 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17 seconds, 16, 15, 14,
Yeah, we're
13.
back.
Can we get some gagas in the chat? 11. Yep, perfect. All right, Garoon rolling out on the horse. Now we're seeing a very classic Korean comp, the Orisa Juno Brig. We saw it a lot yesterday. Fortunately, AG, they know that Old Ocean are a bunch of bums, so Jasmine's walking out of the spawn on Hog, and it appears that the Hog pick is enough for them to get a free first cap.
Yeah, they've just conceded all of the space, I guess, and no resistance at all from Old Ocean, and Jasmine's even got a pick on the old man. Unbelievable here. AG, no respect, but they're being completely vindicated by their lack of respect as they just walk over Old Ocean in this first fight. But actually, a couple of
No
trades, maybe it's not
competition.
done yet. No.
Competition? Opposition?
3v2, no opposition. I'm getting baited.
Oh,
Gafreem just walked
just
in
an
after
absence.
they got those trades and kind of went nowhere.
yeah. Well, I mean, if only Becky would take off that goddamn mask over his eyes, maybe he'd be able to get something done. But he's versus bloody Ade, who actually has eyes and a gun, so this is a disaster. Becky's made the swap over to Tracer. Well, looks like he's actually taken off the mask over his eyes. Now he can see. But, again, AG, I mean, they're able to just completely disrespect their opponent, running down on Hog, and they're in complete control. How are they going to do anything here? Maybe Proby's going to come through with a nice bowler shot to open things up, but already we've got Sonjin up on the high ground, uncleared. Oh, so he's supported by Marco. Wait, Lee Simmons playing Lucio too. That's not their thing. This is a disaster, Sagan.
Jasmine looking for a pick. Catches the Brig. Big trouble for Kivitz. Can they finish the kill? Gafreem with the spin, but it's not enough to save him. Now the whole hog comes out, and they're getting absolutely blasted there. Bowler in Gafreem's face as well. Jasmine will clean it up. Can't land the final hook, but the job is more than done. And AG, absolute cruise control.
Yeah, apparently you don't need to play the meta when you're versus Old Ocean. All you need to do is tell Jasmine to lock the hog and just run it down main. They're playing a nice slow neutral from far away. You've got Aid, you know, holding it down from the skybox. Sonjin and Marker constantly ping-ponging up here on this high ground, making sure that the enemy team needs to clear them before they can step up. Aid's on the run, but has all of his cooldowns to escape back to cover. Garoom across the map, though, a spear to take him down. The carry superstar for AG, take him down early. Maybe a little bit of a chance for Old Ocean right now.
Yeah, not quite out of it yet. Becky's found a pick as well. Chance to get onto point. The Ray coming through from Jae-hong helps him clear the rest of this. Now they can turn 5 people on the hog. They'll finally push him off the edge of this map. Give themselves a foothold in this. And they've got plenty of ults in the bag still. This Lee Soo-min beat is going to come in, but they've got a rally to deal with it. A Terror Surge to disrupt it as well. Really reasonable ult situation for Old Ocean.
Old Ocean, got to be happy with that, to be honest. AG maybe getting a little bit overzealous when it comes to disrespecting the opponent with their comp. Now that we're actually into the meat and potatoes of the old fight, I think it's going to be quite difficult for AG to get it done unless they can get a magic pick with the hog or, you know, maybe a magic pick with Ade. Sonjin pressing forward with the pulse bomb, but out comes Ade with the bowler shot. Doesn't actually get a kill. Proby also popped the
Perfect
bowler,
pick.
takes down Lee Soo-min though. He had the beat, so that's a huge pick. Old Ocean only needing to use the main DPS's equivalent of a pulse bomb to win this fight. Rally comes out from Kivers and he falls, but it's still a 5v3 situation, so it shouldn't be a big deal. Whole hog. Oh, I thought that was the whole hog, but it wasn't. I'm just lost in the source. And AG, they've had no success here. They did bleed some ults out of Old Ocean though.
Yeah, they still have the beat versus Terror Surge as well. Kivitz is going to come back on Anna as well, which really just feels like it's going to be a prime target for this beat push. Thank you, Enigma, as well, for the 12 months prime. Can't you guys go pro if Jae-hong is still pro? There's a little bit of a talent gap between me, Unter, and Jae-hong. I'll let you figure out which way.
Speak for yourself. Speak for yourself.
Lee Soo-min coming back with a beat. There's a whole hog here as well. Onus is really on Gafrium here to maybe play a little bit of a bodyguard with that Terror Surge, stop them getting to his Ana. For now, though, Spear onto a Hog, forces him back a little bit. Hack, Pulse Bomb comes out, misses him as well. Terror Surge now pulls him in, disrupts him a bit. Beat from Lee Min keeps him all alive. Now the whole Hog and Gafrium, he's being taken for a ride. Trying to keep his toes off the point, but he can't. This horse can't fly. Jasmine gets the tag pick. And now they have control of a point. Old Ocean have no choice but to commit. They need this bowler to land. They've lost their Ana. Bowler comes out from Probe. It helps convert one kill, but they need more. The Hog is low, but the Hog can heal himself.
Even with the bowler kill, even with Addy popping the bowler jacks, it's just not enough for Old Ocean to get over the line. It's actually so hard for the Orisa to play against the whole Hog. You can't cancel it anymore, right? Even if you spear him, he just keeps shooting you after the fact. So unless unless you can get caught up in a corner, you're just going to get pushed off the map nice and slow. It's a real sad one there for Old Ocean. It felt like so much went right for them there once they retook. They had a nice clean ult fight here and there. Maybe it wouldn't have hurt to have Kiwi's ult for the final fight, but unfortunately he just decided to give that one away. Ade taking down Becky in the first fight there. Becky maybe hadn't removed the blindfold just yet, but Jaehong got a final blow. We'll call it a win. I mean, that's your perception of events, you know? Some people are allowed to be happy that Jaehong got a final blow. I'll be happy when Jaehong wins a match like he did last week. Did you see the joy in his eyes when he did that?
No.
Happy guy.
God bless him. Still good for it. Now, over onto Lighthouse. Going to see a D.Va mirror now, and it's going to be Tracer Freya from both sides, and a Kirivo from AGG. Should, in theory, feel a bit stronger on this map in particular. Kivis can obviously do a little bit to help point, but expect Lee Min to be playing for that point fight as well. For now, the Tracers are meeting around the pillar in the middle, and Nate's going to catch Probe earlier. A bit of a fly through there, but the Freya can fly as well. Dink from Lee Min. I don't know if there's a follow-up. I don't think Jasmine had the shift at the same time, but Ada's just pushed for his right-hand side, playing this flank style that he so often does, and he's just killed Jaehong, so an opening pick, a chance to move to point.
Aid is just good for it over and over again, but Kiwi's manages to find a trade on him. Aid actually gets stuck up in the corner. Jasmine also goes down, so even though Old Ocean, they conceded the first pick, they're swinging right back into this fight. Lee Min has to TP out, he's not able to find any more trades, and that should be the cap going Old Ocean's way. First fight looked great for AG, but just not quite able to close it out. Caught up in the corner, and suddenly, it's Old Ocean with the cap. Jaehong taking his sweet time with that Ray, though.
Feels like they just went too far. They pushed outside of their Ana's line of sight, then all of a sudden not a full pocket, but a bit of a magic pick from Maka across the map. Now Aid's going to have complete control of this. Old Ocean are pushed all the way back onto this point, trying to stabilize, but player disadvantage. Kivis is brawling this D.Va, but Old Ocean are pinned into this corner. They need this rally. They have it in 5%. If they can get to this rally, they can hold on to point for a while yet. They even kill Sunjin. They've lost their mech up top, though, but here's the rally on point. Need a kill out of this rally or something. They get a D-mech. They survive the bowler. Not looking too bad. Becky's around with a pulse bomb. Nano comes in, but I don't think it's getting all that much done. Aid finds one. He's got full pocket from Lee Min. He's so low. Probe is able to take him down. Thank you, Light97, as well, for the 5 months tier 1.
11 months of ball.
Speedy, where's this money, man? You promised me 5 gifted and you're leaving me out to dry right now. Somebody's got to get in touch with Speedy. This is outrageous. Either way, Old Ocean, insane clutch there. Felt like, again, they gave up a first pick, but they're able to pull it back from the brink. And now they've got a huge ult bank to deal with. Pulse bomb from Becky goes wide. Not going to catch Marker with that one, mate. Proby pops the bowler shot up on the high ground. Will not be eaten. And he will actually catch a kill on Marker there. Kivis is in trouble on the edge of the point. They're going to need this orbital ray suit, Jaehong, but he's still 2% away. 99%. So close to giving up the cap. Out comes the Ray now, but the cap is flipped. 68%. It wasn't even the last fight. Proby throws himself back into the Ray. They're trying to fight for the flip again. Proby gets a cross-map pick on Aid. Now, Jasmine has the bomb, fighting on the point, trying to stall, but you're not Poker. You throw the bomb down on the middle of the point. Sonjin gets a kill. Now, Jasmine resuiting just to feed more ult charge over to Proby, and just as soon as the cap is given, it is taken right back. Old Ocean, last fight territory.
Surprised they didn't give the last kill over to Probe there. Would have put him all the way up to another bowler, but maybe it doesn't matter if Becky's just killing Maka late in spawn as well. So now all of a sudden AG on the back foot. They've got Sunjin going for a pulse bomb attempt, but that's all of these cooldowns for. So AG, they have to slow it down. They've got no ults as they make a brig swap. And Old Ocean, it's a bomb, it's a bowler, but they can make something work with this. There's a Tracer battle happening over the pool side. Looks like Sunjin's got the better of that one right now. A brick coming in as well, but Becky Sunjin goes into it one. Wasn't stuck on him, but he finds a way to connect anyway. Now the bowler onto the Ana. Becky has just won that side fight all by himself. Brick and Trace are taken care of. Maka has been bullied very far out, which means Jasmine alone here. No heals. Maka's even dead. It's going to take a miracle now for Jasmine, or maybe more likely an aid miracle, but he is low HP, getting hunted down behind. He can hide on a rooftop, but that's not going to turn the tide of a fight.
It's a Juno Brig world right now. Juno Brig mirror, and all gamers can't close it out versus Old Ocean. Old man Jahong getting it done where the Ana Brig and the Kiri Ana simply cannot. This was not on my bingo card, Xavier. I'll keep it a buck. Now we go to the third Koth round. Maybe we're going to see some more D.Va action, which means that Old Ocean might actually stand a chance here. It does feel like, the neutral fights are generally favoured by AG. They keep getting these opening picks, but when it comes to closing it out, they just start to piss it away. Aid with the nano boost here, he's good for a couple, but apparently not enough. Not sure what to think about this. This death from Sonjin especially, he's got blinks, he's got recall, he blinks into the pulse bomb brig.
He's whipped, I think. I think Kiv is clutches actually. Like he goes to blink away, but he's like whipped just back in.
Wait, this isn't a disrespect situation. This is a strategy. They're back on the Lucio Kiri Hog.
I mean, the Hog, so far they've won the Hog map, they've lost the D.Va map, so there's a sense of logic. Playing it on well, a classic Hog map, rolling back for years. AG gonna pull this one out. Jasmine's gonna be looking for these hooks. Surely someone goes in the well at some point this morning.
Come on, Old Ocean. I need this parlay to hit. I feel that too, mate. Also, I don't know what to tell you, but I feel like putting your money on Old Ocean is actually outrageous, degenerate gambler behavior in this situation.
Chase those losses.
At the same time, seriously, keep chasing the losses, dude. I bet the multiplier was insane on that parlay, though. Like, any leg of your parlay being contingent on an Old Ocean win versus AG, and it's paying off, too. Like, first fight is just going the way of Old Ocean. The Hog comp is getting nothing done. Jasmine not finding any kills. Proby is literally the enemy team's spawn chasing frags. He needs that last final blow, and he will get it because he's playing against Lee Soo-min on Lucio.
Sticking the Hog, have to retake now. Looks like Old Ocean wants to take a bit of a step forward, hold aggressively here, make it hard for AG to take any meaningful space. Maybe an opportunity for Sunjin to get behind, but these early take-aim shots are going to slow him down as Kiri Tracer is just not making any space at all. Now Sunjin's going to try and get through. Finally a bit of space on the right-hand side, but he's pushing into everyone. The whip shot into the bolt takes him down. 1-for-1 trade only, though, as they do lose their brig in main, so Jasmine can keep walking forward. Quite difficult to kill the Hog for Old Ocean's comp here, but they can kill everyone else for sure, and now the Hog becomes an easy target afterwards. Maka taken care of, and really it's the side fight Old Ocean keep dominating.
It's the Juno Brig. It's a great side controlling comp. You can constantly pocket. You've got a very survivable support in terms of your flex support role. And really, Garoom can just be anywhere. Jasmine on the Hog. Impossible to be in two places at once. But Garoom, he can apply a bit of pressure up in main, then shift over to the side and close it out. Lee Soo-min, the Lucio Kiri into the D.Va is always a little bit of a question mark, especially when you have a Hog as your front line, because you can't flip over the enemy team. So you're really just at the mercy of the D.Va shift. Now, Kivers, he's forced to use that rally. Aid is taking so much damage, but he's just barely able to survive. Out comes the Hog ultimate from Jasmine. Whole Hog going absolutely buck wild right now, but the orbital ray comes in a match, and Becky takes down Marker. There's already a 2-player advantage for Old Ocean. We're at 80% right now, Xavier. If they can clean up the scraps of this fight, it's going to be the end of days. Jasmine goes down. It's only Sonjin and Lee Soo-min left standing. 85%. Aid, the carry machine on Freya, has swapped to Sombra. Welcome to the Parasocial Friends Club, Monkey. PBNS, welcome. Thank you very much for the prime.
Beat push now for AG. They are desperate for something to work for them. They're going on to Hazard as well. The Hog experiment is over. They will be able to get back on point here and a chance for this virus across the map. But Sunjin dies early. They have no choice but to commit to this. They need the beat sooner rather than later. Their Sombra's in trouble as well. Trying to get out. They found him. The beat comes through. Becky's recall is forced. The chase is down. The pulse bombs are missed. Jasmine's trying to push in. They found a kill on Kivvies during all of this, but Jasmine needs all the more help. Gafreeum all over him. Has for self-destruct as well. Jasmine will fall. Need more trades. Bowler available for probe, but it's just desperate touch situation. Forces an early recall. Lee Soo-min's going to die on the flank. And AG, they're out of steam. It's just for DPS. They can juggle touches for a little bit longer, but they have no ults to work with. The bowler's there. Gafreeum will finish it off just for Sombra now. Taking care of Old Ocean. 2-1.
Let's pick out Rouge Hong in the corner here. I'm going to turn off my webcam so you can see his absolutely astounded reaction to be winning. Unfortunately, he's hidden behind the monitor. There he is. He's a bit old, so he can't even stand up after a victory, but he is happy with that map 1 outcome for sure. Here he goes. Yeah, no, he's a man of very little movement. You can see he's become more conservative as he does not want to injure himself. But, oh my god, this other bloke, I can't tell if he's built like a brick shithouse or it's just like bulky clothes that he's got on. Because, yeah, there's something sturdy about
it. It looks quite thin. It looks like quite slim material. I think he's built.
Domini OW, thank you for the prime. Welcome to the Parasocial Friends Club. If anyone else would like to prime up, sub up, gift up, give me money, you will not receive ads and I will get money in my bank account in around about 1 month.
Look at the congregation here of this school teacher on a field trip as AG try and solve this problem.
Yeah, trying to figure out why when they played Diva Mirror they lost, and then they played Lucio Kiri Hog and they lost again. It's like, what the fuck is going on here? It's all sturdy at Old Ocean. That's what comes with age, you know? Wisdom, structure.
Integrity.
I can't use my Prime because I'm on mobile.
Oh no.
Log in on the browser of your phone and sub through the browser window. How does that sound?
Buy a computer.
Or you could just get a computer. Get signed equals lose. Literally, the second they separate themselves from the way branding, they're done for. Did they lose last game as well?
No, they beat T1, right? And then they lost maybe the...
No, that was Asway. That was Asway.
Oh, right.
And then they signed the AG and they've lost all their plot armor. The browser doesn't let you do it on mobile. What if you click desktop site? Use the browser and then use the desktop site functionality.
Use your phone to order a laptop to your location.
Was Wei the team that signed Top Dragon for Soup? Oh, you know what's even better? Don't use your Prime. Pay the Play services additional tax on top. So pay an additional tax that goes to nobody. No, they won against Vesta? Okay, so under the AG brand, they beat a bunch of fucking plumbers, is what you're telling me. Like, doesn't mean much to any of us, really.
Almost insulting to plumbers. Because plumbers provide a valuable service that we all need.
I mean, to be fair, like, Vesta's the team that's just always, like, good for making you feel a bit better about yourself. Fuck, these guys are so sharp on this hero.
Oh yeah, they dropped a map, but it was for when you remember when we put Jasmine in to play Winston Ridasafi?
Honk. Now, what did you say about betting on Old Ocean? I said that if you bet on Old Ocean, you're a degenerate gambler. Like, the outcome here doesn't matter. Like, the bookies would state that AG is going to win here. The punters, if they're putting money on Old Ocean in a parlay, they're addicted to gambling. They see a potential return, and they clearly cannot... Something about a forest and trees. Or wooden trees, you know?
Team, my girlfriend does not...
Gambler.
My girlfriend does not care about the AG versus Old Ocean match. Should I break up with her? This is probably just a sign that your girlfriend is not a degenerate gambler, which is probably a good thing.
No,
for future finances.
This is a sign that you're in an incredibly unhealthy relationship, and you should probably leave her. She's also cheating on you.
This is a relationship advice from the only single person on the podcast.
Shit. Hi, Gay Hunter. Gay Hunter's not even son to me. What's even the fucking point, mate? What's even the fucking point? Why would they pick Diva on Ilios World? Don't they want to boop? What do you mean? Crazy that Chris has a wife and Unter doesn't. Unter, are you still a virgin? Yes.
Can you tell Unter I saw a bro at Chick-fil-A who looked exactly like him? I can't do that.
My girlfriend doesn't care about AG versus Old Ocean. Typed from the cuck chair of hotel room on a Steam Deck. Nice, Luke. Nice.
Imagine being in the cup chair watching AG versus Old Ocean. Fuck.
Is he a big strong bull tonight or what, Weeds? What do you think? Are you in the splash zone or how far is the cup chair from, you know?
Can you keep it
The
down?
action.
Old Ocean are winning. Thank you, NFH Ajax, for the 11
I got
months.
some poncho on. Weeds is head to toe. No splash zone gonna keep him down. Feral.
Got the
Just
sneeze
feral.
guard on that Steam Deck.
Fucking hell. Any Titans?
Plumber's just said, whipping out the hog has a different meaning now. Yeah, what was actually happening is both him and his girlfriend were saying, whip out the hog, but very different meanings.
This is a good hog map. Understood. But Nilgara is in, who might actually be the hog specialist. Long Dong Hong Kong X with the Prime. Thank you very much. Welcome to the Parasocial Friends Club. No, it's not time to play Long Dong Hong Kong X. No! Maybe tomorrow I'm going to get codes. I'm getting the featured co-host tomorrow, so it could be time to play then.
Ooh. Been a while, hasn't it?
You reckon that face is stock on that guy on the right?
Is what, stock?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe actually, yeah.
It's like... He just looks like a bit too K-poppy, you know?
Because
what
in
I mean?
reality,
Like-
in reality, right, when you, not to bring up plastic surgery every day this week, but when you have plastic surgery, because in reality, has anyone had jaw surgery? Because I presume when they take you, when you go to meet the surgeon, you have
In the
like a
future,
consultation, and do they not just give you like options 1 to 10? What jaw do you want? So therefore, a load of people in a post-surgery chin just have the same chin, identical.
Yes, I got jaw surgery last year. First time chat from Uncontinued. Tell us about it, Uncontinued. What was the process like? And for what reason did you get the jaw surgery? I actually did. Hello, Uncontinued. Everyone say hi to Uncontinued. Like, please.
Yeah, because I just feel like, is there a world where you've had jaw surgery and then you see somebody else and you're like, we're jaw brothers, I recognise that jaw, you've got the same jaw as me, we've been to the same surgeon.
You're all brothers. Alright, well, I want to hear about the jaw surgery, Uncontinued. I got a jaw surgery since I was born with a cleft palate and it fixed my overbite. What did they do to you? Was it a, what's it called? Jaw surgery... Maxillofacial? Maxillary advancement? Maxillary advancement is where the upper jaw is moved forward. Okay, so it probably wouldn't be that. It would be lower jaw that would be getting moved forward in this.
Did you
They
get...
moved my bottom jaw forward 4 millimeters. Did you have to get braces after because your teeth are out of whack?
Follow-up question, when you picked, did they show you like an expected after as well in terms of here's what we expect it to look like, and did you have any options essentially, or was it just we're going to move it forward and that was the end of it?
What happened to your bite when they moved it forward? Because like I would have thought that like my mouth was bound shut using strong rubber bands. Yeah, because like when I was a teenager, when I was like 14 or something, they were like, you might need to get some jaw surgery, buddy. And it was like, we'll do some braces and then we'll see if the braces fix it. And if the braces don't fix it, we'll do some jaw surgery. And they felt that the braces fixed it. And they were like, I remember the explanation at the time was like, you know, we'll like basically like cut into the bone in your jaw and just kind of like pivot it forward and sort of fill in the gap, you know? Like you'll have like a thinner section here, but it'll sort of just like fuse together and be like longer forward. The braces did not fix it. Well, it's all relative, C-tones. It's all relative. But yeah. And I do wonder, like, doesn't that just like completely fuck up your bite? Like, what would happen to my teeth if it moved forward 4 millimeters now? You know, like my bite's fine now. My bite's right. My teeth fit together. So yeah, I'm not sure. I don't really know how that works. Any jaw surgeons in the chat? Follow-up question.
I guess it would be easier at that age, right? You say you're 14. Like it'd be easier to correct your bite at that age than it would be if you say you had it now.
I think it makes a difference. I think once your teeth are grown, they're kind of.
Is it you'd have to like do pre-adult teeth? Oh, thank you, Red Eyes, for the gift to Coleman as well.
You've already. I don't think it's possible to do orthodontic treatments until you have all your
full teeth
like as
in.
an adult, but you have your full teeth by the time you're 14, no doubt. I can inspect your jaw. Thank you, Gay Hunter. You can fish around there a bit later.
Right,
Coming out from AG, it shuts down the Orisa Juno Brig comp, but hazard ban from Old Ocean in response. Milgaru, a bit of a hazard specialist on the monkey. Not sure he's got it. Proby takes down Ade, but Kivas will fall on the side to Sonjin, so it's an even trade right now, and Proby's taking a hell of a lot of damage. In fact, he's going to fall. No support line available for Old Ocean. At this point, if they were to win this, they would need an outrageous clutch.
Becky is still stuck behind, going to maybe try and play for a delayed touch, but Sunjin keen to force the cooldowns, trade and get that kill if they can, but Becky will stay alive behind. There is a recontest option available here if Gafrian wants to go for it. Becky's ready to come from the back too. So holding on the high ground now, AG. They've got control of all the chokes as Gafrian takes some initial space, but a bubble up the choke is going to cut off all his healing, and they are just going to zap down this Diva, force the objective. Big problem for Old Ocean to keep this one contested. Becky falls as well. Gafrian 1 HP on point, and a nice easy hold to follow that one up.
Yeah, honestly, that's a pretty easy cap for AG. Now, they're kind of stealing away with this one. I think that the monkey does pretty well on second point as well. I think first point can be a bit more awkward. Everything is really close, so the Diva can mark the monkey jumps quite a lot. But as you start to get to the more open space, Diva's value, I feel like it diminishes more and more. So this second point might be a little bit tougher for Old Ocean. And now they have to fight for a recontest. You can see already AG's backline is completely taken top. Milgaru's gotten quite aggressive, taking a lot of damage from the monkey. But Proby was nowhere to be seen, not able to kill him on that back jump. So, not a bad situation at all for AG as they continue to roll through the cart troglodyte.
Nano boost available and Kitsune for this next push as well to keep it going. Milgaru already has the enemy high ground, and Ada's keeping control of the other high ground too, so Milgaru can take more space, and Old Ocean struggling here is going to get his head stuck there, Probe. The rest of the team are pushing underneath for this Kitsune rush, and they do catch Aid underneath, so that's an opening pick for him. Nano boost has come out, but Sunjin's getting taken down as well. Mac is able to trade it, but still numbers advantage for Old Ocean as the bowler comes through from Probe. Don't think that finds anything, but it forces the DP onto Maka, which sets up the kill onto Milgaru. Now just stuck inside, and it's just the backline left here for AG, and they're probably going to die late, you have to imagine. Yeah.
Yeah, it seems that way. Lee Sumin looking for a TP angle, but can't quite get it. Sonja not close enough. And Old Ocean, this is crucial for them. Now their backline can retake top, get back in position. They've got the nano for Jaehong. They can throw that onto Proby as a counter nano. They can throw that onto Garoom and absolutely shred Milgaru as well. This is a great position for Old Ocean to be in. Honestly, that was AG's best chance at a snowball when your backline has positioning up on top. So that one slipping through their fingers, real bad news for them. You can see Milgaru is taking a beating, and that means that he is not going to be able to do anything aggressive. In fact, he's just going to die to Garoom face to face. The perils of playing monkey in the big 2025 Stage 2 OWCS Week 2 Korea. That is tough indeed. All gamers now, they're on the back steps. Sonjin, nobody there to bail him out either as Garoom just keeps on going. And Old Ocean really cementing their hold here on second point.
Really looking good for him so far. AG having a great struggle getting into any meaningful space here. As much as Valkyrie can support Sunjin a lot on his flank plays, it just sometimes just leave him a little bit short in other areas. And Gafriam just face checking Milgaru every door he wants to come through, trying to make this nano on his primal, whatever he wants to use to start the fight, all the more difficult. Probe looking for bolts, hits one onto Maka, sends him down to half HP. Maka's going to de-peek a little bit. They just have complete control of the high ground right now, but jump down onto the Kiri. Milgaru tries to clear some space. The bowler was used there. Milgaru's going to go deeper, but he is slept up, and he's going to take a huge chunk of HP. Kitsune rush out, but the bowler kills Kivers anyway. AG opening now. Milgaru comes back in. Another sleep onto him. His second nap of that primal. Will be able to survive as the bomb goes off behind from Gafrimu, who does get this remake. Now the nano comes onto Probe. Need value out of this one. Now he flies straight into the bubble, though. Can't find anything with this. Just shooting into that. Tries to get the cross map onto Aid, but also can't find that. Ult value hasn't been there for Old Ocean, but Gafrimu is still all over this backline. Nade is eaten there, Gafrimu. Now the blade comes out from Sunjin, but he has been sent flying away. Easy kill for Jaehong at the end, and Old Ocean, they hold strong.
Oh my days, Guthrie is absolutely taking over the lobby right now. This double flex matchup, no Brigitte in play, it's just a field day for the Diva. It feels like you need a Brig in this comp, but Lee Min, they're sticking to what, you know, I suppose they are most comfortable on with the Anakiri, but sometimes it just doesn't deliver. And Guthrie, he's simultaneously shutting down so much of Nilgara's impact, but also chasing these supports all over the place. In the mid-fights, they cannot survive versus the Diva shift. I'm starting to see the power of Guthrie right now. AG, I'm starting to feel like this isn't just a fluke. Degenerate gamblers be damned. They might actually be able to take this one. Sonjin goes down to Becky, a minute 15 on the clock. And again, Old Ocean, they plant the flag. AG, no opportunity. Nilgara pops the bubble up on high ground, but it's just a farm support ultimate. He's on the run. Look at this step forward from Proby. They might kill Nilgara again.
Forcing another back jump. They are all the way out of here, down to 1 minute left on the clock, AG, and they need something to go their way, even when they find kills. And, well, there we go. All of a sudden, the backline was so far forward from Old Ocean. They needed something to go their way, and the backline from Old Ocean, they provide the kindness of the older generation here. And now AG suddenly get to have all the space on second. They can set up the high ground themselves, and it suddenly looks way more winnable.
Heartwarming performance from the Old Ocean supports. They're keeping it competitive for AG. It was getting a little bit boring seeing so many wins in a row for Old Ocean. Recall forced out from Becky up on the high ground. Sleep onto Guthrie as well. 99%. He does build up the bomb. Goes for a Poco bomb up into the sky. He does not go Poco style. It actually does just sit on the cart doing nothing. Jaehong and Kiwi's both incredibly close to their own ultimates. Jaehong has the nano boost now. Not sure if he has the self nano perk just yet. Proby receives the counter nano up on the high ground. He's able to take down Marker. Marker was 90% on his own ultimate. Kiwi's just popped the ultimate in the back. Oh my god,
Primal.
the bowler from Adego is completely wide. Milgizzy's dead, 92% on the Primal. Sonjin is slept up while cancelling his deflector. Lee Min, Suzy Q's him, but they C9! That was a 3 versus 3. AG held at the end of second. 92% on Blade, 94% on Primal. It's an Old Ocean sweep, baby. I can't wait to see Jaehong's face when they win this one.
Wow. Even all things considered, they maybe should have won that last fight, right? 3v3, they had their Freya to contest for high ground if Sung could get the touch. Maybe it looked super winnable. But even then, it was really only because of that gift from the backline on second. And Old Ocean have looked pretty comfortable for the most part. Obviously, they go over to the attack now, but expect they seem to be a bit more willing to run Brig in some of these situations. And if they do that, should be a little bit more comfortable. But I don't know. It's not what I expected at all. Old Ocean really, I mean, they won last week as well, right? But was this, surely this one was never on the cards. A team of this caliber.
I'm good. I got a working ad block. No need to sub. No need to sub. Mods, ban that guy. He needs to sub. right now, mods. Take him out. Take him out. Just put him in a coffin. And yeah, Robo Eagle OW. If you're not getting ads, it could be a situation where, you know, maybe you're Russian. All these people proudly blocking my ads. Like you're going down. Like we will find a way to knock you out of the viewer list.
Can you drop us like a flicker pause? I think you're half a second ahead.
Alright. I flickered. 57. 56.
Perfect.
55.
I'm being told.
7-3D with the Prime. Welcome to the Parasocial Friends Club. Enjoy the ad-free viewing, mate. Thank you. You've been told?
I've been told it's even more impressive when you consider that AG actually had attacker's advantage during all of that as well.
Right. Attacker's advantage makes all the difference in these payload situations, and we're about to see it come to fruition. Old Ocean, they are just sticking it out on the Diva. It's very much the same matchup, but with the twist of Lee Min on the Brigitte. But what happens when you put a Kiri player on Brigitte? They instantly get pre-fighted by Guthrie. You see that one, Ryan? Now, Nilgara on the backstep goes down, and Old Ocean, they may have had Proby traded out, but they still have a one-player advantage right now, and there's no tank available for AG. Aid is stuck in spawn, getting chased down. Is this just an instant first cap?
Instant first cap. Obviously, it was AG had a pretty straightforward first point as well. It was second where they ran into all their problems, but Old Ocean are going to give themselves plenty of time to work with now. No real ults to speak of, and Aid's actually gone over onto the Sombra here as well, so they're going to go for this recontest. Tracer gets the initial touch. Guthrie now looking for the backline, ready to drop into that one behind them now, and Milgari's just 1 HP again, just dealt with. And you see all the damage Milgari's taken from this Freya. Every back jump is just an easy kill from Guthrie. And they scrap it out, they trade a few kills, but Guthrie and Jaehong will close out the cap, and they're going to get his late kill onto Maka. They're going to stall him out as well. There's nothing Maka can do. Thank you, Flurin, for the 10.
Oh, Lurin with 10. Is that $10 or 10 months?
10 months, yes.
10. Jeez, if anyone wants to give me $10, because there's not many people with 10 months of recurring subscription, go right ahead. I think there's a donate button somewhere in the bio, but I haven't really kept up with that one. Old Ocean, they're on the advance. 5 ultimates in the back pocket as well. Sonjin dueling with Kivis. Kivis, you know, really playing it fast and loose with his position right now, taking so much risk, but Lee Soo-min tries to take top on the elevator, bashes back, gets chased down by G3M. He's instantly dead. Ru Jae-hong off screen has killed Sonjin. It's a total collapse for AG, Xavier. They haven't even had to use an ult in Old Ocean. They're hooting towards the final fight. Will attacker's advantage save AG?
I don't know. It's going to be a late kill onto Aid as well. G3M's just hunting down all these split players. Milgaro is alive behind, but at measly 60% primal. Means they're going to have to rely on this Nano. Aid is going to go back onto the Sombra again. Nothing seems to be working for AG right now. Going to be a bowler to start it from Probe. Damage onto the backline, but no kills. G3M is all over him, though. He has the self-destruct if he gets in trouble. Self-destruct, not quite forced, but Nano is onto Probe instead. He's just trying to burst through this Winston. And look at the damage onto Milgaro. He just one-shot Becky as he lands and somehow lives. The rally for Nano, it's just enough to keep Milgaro alive. And they find an all-important stabilization here, AG.
Can we get some gagas in the chat for Pirate OW? Thank you so much for the raid, mate. Natsuki as well. Welcome back to the Parasocial Friends Club. Unreal fumble from Old Ocean right now. This is attacker's advantage of play. We start talking about attacker's advantage and instantly Pirate fucking raids me. You see, Old Ocean, the fact that they had to get the cart over the line because AG attacked first, it's coming back to bite them. Now, even with 5 ultimates, they are not able to close this one out. And for some reason, G3M, after hard carrying on D.Va for the entire fucking round, goes Monkey. Kivis is on Brig, G3M's on Monkey. That's not what we need. Obviously, it's happening because Ade is on Sombra, but still, you can't be having it. I need G3M to clutch up, and I know it's not going to happen now that he's on Monkey. The attacker's advantage is simply overwhelming. Can we get some shock for Pirate?
Primal in Milgaro's hand. They're nearly at an EMP as well. They've got their Ana on the high ground. They lose Jae-hong, or they get the kill on Jae-hong rather nice and early, so it should be easy from there. You see Aid has the setup onto this Freya. Nice easy kill there for him as well. Taking care of all these split targets. Onto the Brig as well. Might actually get traded here. Yeah, Kivis is going to get the trade. I don't think was expecting to run into the Brig there. Surely Kivis won't be getting out of this one, though. Maybe he will. Yeah, Jae-hong's back in time. So needs to be careful not to go too far. And Maka's actually... Maka dropped all the way to the ground. Maka's quite far forward right now, and G3M wants to chase.
Oh my god, Kitties bashes in, but it's all just a bait apparently. Proby, with 2 players dead, no supports to speak of, goes for the bowler shot. That's a hitscan player if ever I've seen one. G3M is forcing the card on Winston, which is, you know, almost as much as he was doing killing everyone on D.Va. So good thing that he's gone back over to the Monk, to be honest. AG, they got to be laughing at this point. They have 4 ultimates to play with, an EMP, which has got to be the most broken ult in the fucking game. Honestly, going to be a very difficult situation for Old Ocean. Even with a minute 50, attacker's advantage strikes again.
Really need to look for some sort of 2-fight situation here for Old Ocean. Maybe they can go get a few of the key ultimates out and then come back with their double support ult, maybe in their primal or something. They're going to take the high ground for now. Need to be aware for this Sombra coming in. The EMP comes through, catches Jae-hong immediately. Probe is half HP up top. Aid looking for his next timing to go on the jump. They're still trying to push forward here and play for trades. Maka hits the sleep and the rally is forced. Pulse bomb out onto the shield though, so Lee Soo-min will live. 1 HP in the corner. Lee Soo-min hits the whip. Kills Becky. No trades coming out from AG, but did have to use the Nano, did have to use the rally as well. So both support ults down. Decent chance now for Old Ocean, but they've only got a minute max.
Only a minute to spare. Not looking good at all. It says that this emote is added, but I just can't see it, Derpy. I don't know what that's about. Hopefully this has fixed the issue. Anyhow, I do not know how Old Ocean can push through this one, to be honest. Even with the ultimates that they've got. At least Kivis has gone back over to the Kiri. But Ana Kiri can always be a little bit scary versus the Sombra if that Sombra can sneak in behind. For as long as Aid is playing front to back, though, I think there is a chance. Just a pick from Kivis is all they really need. Aid takes a bunch of damage from Becky coming in from behind, and Milgizzy's taking a lot of damage up top as well, but there's so many opportunities to bail him out right now. Marka takes so many bolts and Aid gets pre-fighted. Nano needs to be used defensively as well. Marka nanoing Lee Soo-min, so that's actually all of the conditions for Old Ocean to succeed. Kivis is anti-native, has to TP away. We've got, oh my god, Milgaro's jumping around all over the place. Proby goes for the kill but misses it. Oh no, now he's on top of the head of Marka. He will find the kill. Lee Soo-min's in trouble. Oh, Milgaro's so low, but he lands on the map. and keeps himself alive. There's only 2 seconds left on the clock, and it looks like Old Ocean, they're not going to be able to do this one. Outside of a clutch from Jaehong, who instead decides to sleep a cactus. Oh no. So close for Old Ocean, but they just can't get it done. Get your ass back on Diva, Gathrium.
It seems insane that we've really ended up in a Winston mirror here with how one-sided that matchup was feeling for Old Ocean through so much of that. I know in paper the Winston to the Diva seems reasonable, but Freya does really seem to shift the power of these two tank heroes in that matchup. Like, Freya was getting so much done, even versus the Brig, he was still killing stuff. So it doesn't pay off for them at all. AG get a map back, but far from out of the weeds yet, because not comfortable at all. Had to clutch that one.
Hate to see it, really. Now that the series have been evened up, I'm starting to feel like, perhaps they're going to cotton on a little bit to the Diva and maybe start banning it out. I feel like next map, if Diva is not protected, we might see Diva select or Diva banned, and that could be bad news for the side of Old Ocean. I feel like all of their success has come through Diva. They won the Koth rounds on Diva, they won the fights on Diva here on Hollywood, and the second they got out of that matchup, it was bad news for them.
It's the same question we were having about Lee Min in terms of the Brig feels like a better pick, but he's way better at the Kirin and the Brig. Same with Gathrium, there's an element of the Winston might make enough sense on paper once they go Anna Brig, but actually, if you're just good at Diva, you're just good at Diva, It was clearly making it work, even if it wasn't no longer, I guess, the optimal match on paper. Instead, they just end up in a mirror, and really, if you had handed that mirror, the Winston mirror to AG on paper before the series start, they would have bit your hand off. So hoping to see Old Ocean lean back into it. Go on.
I don't know what it is about my YouTube viewership, but Slap Jackie, thank you very much for the 125 Philippine pesos in my YouTube
More
chat.
pesos?
I fucking love the Filipino community. I love Filipinos. Thank you very much for the 125 pesos, Slap Jackie. Yeah, I do occasionally check the YouTube chat, mostly just to see, whether or not my YouTube viewership is higher than the Titan of Overwatch content creation. That's the benchmark for me. D-Stone19 as well, thank you very much for the Prime. Welcome to the Parasocial Fans Club. All the Pirates chatters left. Oh, that's so sad. Before they didn't even get to the first ad break. I didn't even get to monetize them. Seriously? Like...
Alright, I'm grabbing a drink. Be right back.
Alright, let's see. No ads? Oh, we run so many ads here. Like a disgraceful amount of ads. So sad. Let's see whose content I can steal in the interim, because, without Xavier to waffle on for me, I don't know how to fill this gap. And I was watching Pirate, but he's hosted me, so I can't watch myself. God, there's no way. I'm checking Twitch right now, and this is where I'm at. Whose stream can I steal? We've got CommanderX, we've got Avril. There is no Avast today, because I think Avast might only stream during the T1 match days. PG's playing the wrong game. Playboy doing. Playing May at rank 205. Ad block advantage. If I donate $15, would you be a femboy? I don't think that I can uproot like the entirety of my sexuality for $15, to be honest. It's gonna have to be at least 25. Might watch Sanchovies, like that's something to do. Wow. What's Kev saying? I can hear the audio twice, that's not good. First time for everything. Everyone's a co-streamer nowadays. Nobody wants to put in the hard work creating original content like Pirate, and that's sad. I can't steal YouTube content or I get copyright striked on my YouTube stream, so that's a shame. So I guess I'm just going to watch CommanderX sitting here AFK listening to myself. We can study his setup for a little bit. Put on PGE? I can't. Avast is going to the Shroud Marvel Rivals event to cast and meet Shroud. That's the nature of being a Titan, I think I saw him doing some of those, we call them like Marvel Rivals Fight Nights or whatever. All the Overwatch talent and like former Overwatch talent and like Overwatch personalities are trying to get their pivot into Marvel Rivals, Like I think I've seen I think I've seen Uber and Mr. X doing Marvel Rivals OWCS. I think they might have done the OWCS tournament. I've seen Jake just like, you know, dipping his toes into all sorts of cancer random stuff. Like I saw Jake was doing some like Elden Ring thing. Like I don't even know what it is. What else? Uber X casted the Oath Invitational. Play Scrandle. I can play Scrandle actually. That's a good shout. Play the daily. I don't know how to play it. Each food has a percentage rating as decided by social media polls. Click on the food item which you think has received the higher rating. Think about everything you see. The price, the country, the quality of the photo. Let's scran. Okay, $7 for the £7 for the Bahama Mama versus sausage. It's obviously sausage. Like, take the fucking piss. What a joke. You ever played Scrandle?
Scrandle?
Hot
I
dog,
think I saw
hot
Rat
dog
playing
with
it
chips,
the other day.
£7, or salt and pepper chicken fries. This is harder. This looks better, but this has a hot dog and some chips. This, I don't even know what the salt and pepper is. Like, what is that fried shit? This has some green stuff on it, so it's got some grunion, but this is like such good value. I think I'm gonna go with this one. Fuck, dude. 90 versus 91? That was a tough one. What's that? That's money. Is that $25? No, don't give me $25. I'm still not going to be a femboy. But thank you very much for the $25. Like, that's class. Wait, there was a drink in there? That 25 is actually ridiculous for the level of thanks that I gave you. I almost complained, but, you know, get scammed, mate. Like, you know, get scammed. I'm still a cishet man. Like, fucking get shit on. Thanks for the $25. I appreciate that. Bombay sandwich. Or sausage and chips. £8 for that is an insult. The Bombay sandwich, is that a pie with
It's
a
a pie with a top. It's with a bun as a top.
It's a pie with a samosa inside it.
No, no.
Hey, what was the name of the person that
cartoon.
gave me the $25? I didn't even say their name out. Like, I need to open up stream elements. I couldn't read it because it's on my second monitor. It's so small. I need to get the stream elements dashboard up just to look. It's someone that wanted to fucking force feminize me though, given they're trying to give me money to turn me into a femboy. So like, Tetanus 6044 with $25 time for femboy. Thank you very much, Tetanus 6044. Hope you got a bit more dopamine when I read out your name twice there. Can't wait for you to charge back the money because I didn't go fem. Thank you so much, Tetanus. Right, Bombay sandwich clears, like not even close. You're covering part of the second pick. My bad, bro. Let me shrink that down. Steak and chips for £10 or garlic fries and cheese pizza. That steak looks insane. It's got to be the steak.
Oh, that does look good, actually.
Yeah. The full Monty or the fried chicken. Okay, both of these. All right, I need your opinion on this. You're a Brit, right? Because these both look nuts. But the full Monty is in England and looks really good for the price. The fried chicken is in Japan. So that's probably just part of the course for Japan.
Yeah.
Like, you have to... No, but that's probably just normal for Japan. So I reckon the full Monty is better.
Respectively.
Fuck. Hang on. Someone's just given me another $25 and said become a ladyboy? Thai ladyboy lover with $25. Become a ladyboy. Done. Fuck it. Done. Next stream. You'll see me. You'll see me the way you want to see me. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Thai ladyboy lover.
Rune Asapi, Old Ocean coming through with the Lucio ban, AG with a Freya ban, which means we're going to see Sojourn versus Cass instead, but Cass is immediately dead, so that's all the space, all of the first fight for AG. They'll flood over this one, and should be quite straightforward from there. Gafreem still trying to hold a bit of space, but he's going to get isolated. They try and boop to help Gafreem out of this one, but he has been well and truly kidnapped. He is stuck in here. Second pick, Carl gets start rolling forward, and we're going to look for a few more staggers. Nothing coming though, but an easy first fight thanks to that pick from Aid.
Thank you very much as well, Pandasmow for the Prime. Welcome to the Parasocial Friends Club. Great opener with Aid just taking Proby down with the snare. I see the theory for the Cassidy in the first fight. It's great in these Orisa mirrors, but Proby, he's immediately going to lose his nerve and get swapped off. Bit sad. I think the Genji's a lot better in these Brawly comps too, so I'm not sure whether Becky's going to actually find value here. I feel like Old Ocean, they're starting to slip away when it comes to compositional value. God, I love money. Deep push from Milgaru. Aid checking the back, scouting for something that doesn't exist. Juno will go down though. Proby traded from Marker. I feel like this is a good trade for Old Ocean right now. If they can just slow fight, just play their lives a little bit, they might be able to get it done. But Becky on the pillar, taken down by the snare and the dash of Sonjin. And before you know it, blink and you'll miss it. Checkpoint has gone the way of AG. Deep spin from Garoom. He's not done yet. Misses the spear. Maybe he is done now. But still, without a Juno, how are they still alive? How is AG sustaining Xavier?
All the brick healing Lee Min has for Rally as a result if they really need it as well, but the spawns are coming back through. They're still walking forward. There's a huge Ray advantage for Jae Hong and an opening rally coming through from Lee Min. Kips is going to match it, but the Ray comes through. The Terror Surge over the top. The combo's brutal. Kills Sunjin. Pulse Bomb's out there as well. Lee Min still rallying away, but Mackey still doesn't have this Ray. They had to invest all the ults, but they get a clean fight as a result. They'll get themselves back over to AG's side of the map, but the ult economy is going to come back to bite him here, Old Ocean.
Ult economy is going to sting. So many ults thrown into that one, and they had a Juno advantage for quite some time. Next turn, how can they possibly win? No magic picks outside of Proby, unless they do something outrageous, or unless AG make a critical error like Marker, fighting far away from Lee Min-'s line of sight. Not going to be much opportunity here for Old Ocean to take this one. You can see Sonjin marking the flank already. Genji bouncing around, blocking that Tracer. Speed Ring comes out from Marker. This is actually... Wait a minute. No way you're not kiting that Guthrium. Aid pops the overclock. Guthrium is actually spun through the orbital ray and kited out to the other side. And this is massive for Old Ocean. That's 2 ultimates kited. Terror Surge comes down to take out Kibby's, but right now Proby's duking it out with Sonjin. If he can take down Sonjin, which he can't, it would be a fantastic fight. But still, AG, 3 ultimates. Nilgaru's dead. Sonjin remains low. It's a 3v4. Pulse Bomb comes out, catches absolutely nothing. But everyone's so low. AG, this is in no way a good fight for them.
Really messy in the end. They kited. It was a bit of an unorthodox kite as Sunjin tries to get a bit of a body block going. Doesn't work out. But yeah, really unorthodox kite. Brick goes one way. Orisa goes through the ray, through all the scary ults and just walks out a different door. Nearly got away with it. Nearly pulled it off. Has helped equalize the situation for Old Ocean quite a bit. Now they have Probes overclocked to start in this next fight with. No ults just yet for AG, but if Lee Min can get to that rally, they should be able to turn the tides there. So Probe's going to pop it now, but has to be ready for this rally turn. They are all in his face right now. Deflect spear, everything going into him, but Probe has full pocket. He's survived, but he's not found all that much damage. But look how deep Nilgaru's gone to put this pressure on. And no chance to get that rally up for Lee Min. So they will win the fight. One and done for Old Ocean. And a chance to push back around this corner. Should be able to maybe get a late kill here onto Maka as well. There we go.
Unfucking believable. Down goes Maka and Old Ocean. They're right back into this one. Look at the state of the support ultimates too. Perfect combos available to go with the Terror Surge. Ray Surge is always a winner when the enemy team has to touch the cart. And Ray Rally is just around the corner too. We've seen Little Admiral go for those combos for God knows how many months in a row now. And we may just see it here between Kivas and Guthrium as well. Checkpoint being threatened right now, which is a great cue for somebody to pop an ultimate, whether it's the Surge or the Ray. I'm not too bothered. Looks like we're going to go for both the mystery third option, and it was used at pretty poor timing too, as they've only caught up the enemy Orisa. Nilgaru will fall, and Lee Min has matched the rally into this one, but they're not ready to let it go. Out comes the blade from Sonjin. Down he goes as well. Best case scenario for Old Ocean. They've bled the blade, they've bled the rally, they've claimed the checkpoint and the lead. Old Ocean are looking to give us an absolute barn burner of a series right now. We're angling for 4 to 5 maps right now. Come on now. AG, next fight, they have ult advantage, but the damage is done. Look at the meterage.
He's going to put the overclock right now, try and reclaim some of this space, walking through onto this Orisa. Guthrium's going to try and get out of there. No ults to respond with, so it's a full disengage for Old Ocean, but it looks good for it. Another kited ult for Old Ocean. They have the Ray to keep going, but Old Ocean, a chance for another kite as this Ray comes in. Oh, the Pulse Bomb trade
from
too!
Becky? Unreal. Just when you think they're out, Becky comes in and gives you a Pulse Bomb. Orbital Ray comes out from Marker. Let's see if they can get another Miracle Kite going. The wave of pedos does not catch Proby, but he will fall in the end. They're trying to block Cart. They're trying to steal Cart even. Nilgaru spinning the Brigida into the wall. This room is brutal to be a Brigida player, to be perfectly honest. BDSM Gandhi 69, thank you for the 3 months. Now you can continue to be weird in the chat. Welcome back. Appreciate that. Old Ocean, they will be fully wiped, but honestly, AG, that's a raid trade, so their ult situation still ain't fantastic. Only a Terror Surge. Old Ocean got a whole lot of nothing though. They got to be careful about this close fight. This is where the Surge is so powerful.
Early recall force onto Becky, tries to get out of this one, spun into the corner, desperate for another blink. The whole team from Old Ocean is there, but they have to be careful fighting in this room because of a Terror Surge. They manage to get Becky out, they'll go back round to the corner. A better opportunity for Probe to use this overclock. Now he can start it, make it difficult, but look, Milgaru's coming behind, he tries to go forward, spear lands, the torpedoes finish for kill. Terror Surge comes through, and Old Ocean, they just weren't set for that. All gamers, they kept pushing through. A couple of good trades come in though. They will lose this and concede a few more meters as a result, which is a chance for AG to maybe try and squeak the lead here. But Old Ocean coming back with a lot of ults.
Oh, it's a 3v5, but Becky's the one that needs to touch, and I don't know whether he can. Oh, Kivi's actually up on the high ground, he bashes out onto the cart. Becky's actually all over Marcus Case, but down he goes! No, Milgaru with the spear to clutch up. Old Ocean, they have fantastic ults right now, but unless they start spending them, they might just have to concede the lead here. Kivi's, he pops the rally in response from Lee Soo-min. Terror Surge is massive! Marker on a sliver of HP goes down to Proby's rail. Still there's an opportunity, still they need to hold the cart. Rujaeong has the ray, use the ray, you old fuck! Milgaru goes down, trades again, Sonjin has the blade, it's incredibly close, but it looks like Old Ocean, they have stabilized. Rujaeong eats a railgun from Aid's face, but Becky's all over his case, a second rail, a second dink onto the tracer, but it's not enough. And Old Ocean, they've saved themselves. They're just over the line, but it's spent so many ultimates in the process, double support and the surge, all of their combos gone.
Only the pulse bomb now as they push into double DPS ult, and another ray from Makasoon as well. Spear doesn't result in a kill from Gufrium. Maybe another kite is on the cards for Old Ocean here. They have to try and survive this. Aid can start with overclock though. He's going to pop it now. They're on the chase. Kite. Oh, scary for Jaehong. Can't get round the corner. Too far away from that one. A huge pick onto the Juno. They're dealing with Becky behind as well. Need another pulse bomb from Becky. He delivers. 4v4, but still the blade for Sunjin. AG have a choice. They've got the health advantage. Oh, Gufrium's going to fall. That should be lead conceded as well. And Old Ocean, they're going to have to reset here. Wait for Probe's overclock, I think.
Oh, so brutal for Old Ocean. Even Becky's sticky fingers not enough to get them out of this situation as Rujaeong goes down on the long stretch to the overclock. Now the orbital ray comes out from Marker. Big set of torpedoes comboed with the surge. Proby finds a trade. So it's actually a 4v4. It's not the greatest situation for AG, to be perfectly honest with you, Xavier. In the spirit of honesty, of course. Overclock comes out from Proby now. He's got the double slide. He still can't find an angle. He misses an easy one on Marker. Now it's only Milgaru in the corner, but Aid swings out of respect. And then out of even more respect, he runs into the snare and takes himself down to Aid's corpse. Even fight right now, but Old Ocean, they've got a much closer spawn. They're trying to press the advantage. They're trying to clean up this fight. They don't want to use any more ultimates. In fact, they don't have any to burn right now. Repush from Sonjin with the blade, though. 2 slashes. A third onto the Brigitte. Kivi's goes down. Nose ults online for Old Ocean. Still, Rujaeong over on the coast trying to kite things out, which means Guthrium is not going to receive any healing whatsoever. Proby with another miracle kill, but it's not enough. Marker goes down. Guthrium will fall. Old Ocean, they can't stem the bleed. The cart keeps moving. Their lead further pushed ahead.
They're going to have advantage now, Old Ocean, but it might be too little too late. They have to try and win this next fight lean, because they don't just need to win this next fight, they need to take the robot all the way to the enemy side of the map and win fights there as well. So Old Ocean, they've quite often won when they've used the double support ult Terror Surge, but they need only 1 ult if possible, maybe 2. They're walking in AG, trying to play aggressively. Probe has been separated a bit back here, and Jaehong has been calling for rotation. Rani comes through now from Kivis, he's 1 HP. They turn that kill onto Lee Soo-min. Still a lot of players behind, but Old Ocean are kind of just ditching it. Kivis though, he's lost 2. They've made a meal of this. They try to keep it slim, but they're just losing the fight. They have the Ray, they have the Terror Surge. 5 seconds left. They have to worry about the touch.
They have the touch, they're on the cart, Becky's on the run, but he's actually duking it out with Aid right now. Looks like he should be good to live. This could be a massive presence of mind moment from Old Ocean, as long as they can keep getting the touch, as long as they can eventually edge that cart one last time. Milgaru pushes the cart back into the enemy team. It's time for the orbital ray. Out it comes, it's matched by an overclock, which means it's so dicey. If Aid just hits 1 headshot with that 150 charge perk, it will spell disaster. He hits the headshot on Becky, didn't even need the overcharge, but the trade for Milgaru is massive. He had a Terror Surge. They've got a real opportunity here. So, C9!
No, the robot's moving too quickly! Gufrium, they were trying to walk forward but managed the threats behind. There were still 4 players alive from AG. So the robot is just creeping further and further away. And AG take the lead in the series, but far from straightforward. And another map where Old Ocean had chances to win. Another map that goes begging.
the worst comment I've ever received in my Twitch chat. Full body chills, mate. I'm gonna take a breather. That was a lot for me. That was a lot. Just the worst comment ever, mate.
Oh, Old Ocean making an absolute go of this. Really tense game. So many of those fights were like 8 fights, or 8 ult fights of push, pull, back, forth, back, forth. Not too many magic picks. I was an air for Old Ocean. There were opportunities, right? Yeah, that one kite from Jae Hong where he was near the jump pad and he was just not too far from the corner, so it just gave them that easy pick with that overclock. And then this last fight, just so difficult to manage because the robot moves so quickly. They're trying to keep it on, but they don't want to split their formation too much because they're worried about trades, and then it all falls apart from there. Can't believe they didn't let the old man cross for a street in peace. You're meant to help the old man, not shoot him in the face. Can you talk about the new SRPC roster? Yeah, I saw it. It's an interesting roster. I don't know how much my impression is, or my guess would be, that actually a lot of the players, like maybe Sauna especially, are very much just going to be like bit part players. I don't know how much they're actually going to play, or maybe they'll just play the matches or something. So while the roster looks good on paper, I imagine it's one of those that it looks more stacked than it will actually feel like in reality when they play in Face It Masters. He said Sauna and Cloud are both starting lineup. Okay. That's a bit more promising. But I don't know if the roster's going to deliver to the expectations that he maybe would have a bit of paper. Oh yeah, ML7's on it as well. Yeah, excited to see ML7 have a shot. I think he's a good player. I think there'll still be, we're still talking Face It Masters playoffs and stuff like this, but I don't really know what the strength of the field is, but for SRP checkers are pretty stacked. Yeah, I think as far as, I mean, they had so many roster iterations over the course of the last 2 years, but this is definitely the strongest, if not at least up there.
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
Got AFK money. Shadow KOW, thank you very much for the prime and the follow. Little 2-for-1 special. Welcome to the Parasocial Friends Club. Why are you all saying I'm wife material?
So, Willolo says, I booked coaching with Unter and I've already climbed from D2 to M3. And he's so good, but coaching is next week.
I think someone booked while I was streaming. And Google Calendar says there's a conflict.
A conflict?
Okay. Gavin, are you watching the stream right now? I need you to see how this looks on my calendar, Xavier.
Good to see
Wait,
you
hold
back.
on.
Last week I did not realize how much I missed this place. People happy.
Ah, thanks, Dragon of Mila. What a nice message. Thank you very much for the 8 months. What am I looking at? Let's see. Honestly, mate, if there's someone qualified to help with that, it's you.
So sorry.
Is Vision not going to go undefeated and face it? An embarrassment considering the talent? Yeah, I mean, even with that, even only being limited to 2 of their Korean imports for Face It, their team still looks pretty stacked. Would expect them to do very well. No, you're all good, Arthur. No drama. Oh yeah, just a hypothetical. Yeah, I mean, for me, Vision's roster should still be better than that SR Peak Check roster, but I'd expect to see both of these teams deep in Face It playoffs come the end of season, or the end of a stage rather.
Honor bound.
Honor bound?
What's this? What map? Yeah.
Saravasa. Oh no.
Orisa. Play Orisa.
Gonna be Orisa, isn't it? Orisa, Freya. Not really seeing Sombra from either of these teams, so maybe just
I think Winston
Super
Lucian.
Spracer.
I think Winston Lucian Kyrie is really not bad on this map.
Okay.
Might be a little hard into the Freya Orisa Juno Brig, but it's possible, I think. As a certified monkey believer, I believe, sort of, vaguely.
Yeah, but your belief is not founded off any true experience. It's just, you know, it's the only scripture you've got.
How did that go for you in your game? We went 2-0 in the opening week. Monkey is back. Not that he ever left.
Runasapi bans, it was...
Xavier.
I'll go on.
Well, Xavier doesn't have an alternate recollection of events, does he now?
Are you having braces fitted as we speak?
No, I'm having bilateral jaw surgery. Xavier doesn't have an alternate recollection of our opening week because he wasn't there, so he can't prove
I'm
anything.
just, I'm gonna have to believe what I'm told on this front. I've heard Tree is back. SSG needs to replace their entire roster, and...
Ah. We've got a Noah. Noah in the chat, eh?
What was I saying? Oh yeah, bans on Runasapi. It was Freya and... Was it Juno? No, it wasn't Juno. We saw Juno.
Couldn't be doing that.
No, we saw Juno. Freya and... I'll check for you. Brain like a colander. Oh, Lucio. Oh, yeah, it was... Yeah. Lucio. Oh, yeah, Braddy remembers. Braddy Chipmunk has a functional memory.
Okay.
They can be in charge of the stream history.
Here's hoping Milgara tries to play Monkey, and Guthrium tries to play Orisa, and the Monkey team loses for the sake of a good series. Or the Monkey team wins for the sake of me coping about continuing to play Monkey in North America. And neither team is on Monkey. The season's over.
No. What team is Zero playing for now? Team Liquid. We'll see him. Are they playing today?
No, he's on Geeko.
They got him back? I have to believe. I wasn't here, so I'll just believe what I'm told.
He's back.
He's
All right,
back.
Proby. Oh, rolling out of spawn. A controversial decision, not rolling out on the most broken character in the game right now. Not sure what this is all about. Lucio Kiri has it. This is a bit of new wave Korea stuff. Christopher, you know anything about this? You seen this? You heard about this? Sonjin takes down Becky in the blink of an eye. No Juno Brig coming out for either side, apparently. These guys know something I don't about the meta. But Sonjin is just having his way with the entirety of Old Ocean's roster. Absolutely brutal. He's good for 4. Give him the ace. He does not get the ace. Milgaro steals the ace like the little rat that he is. But AG, very fast Lucio Kiri conflict that has he. And apparently you don't even need to play Freya in this situation.
Not if Sunjin's going to do that immediately. Aid also coming back on the Sombra now as well, so really doubling down on their ability to engage and take Probe out of the game. So becomes a bit of a question mark now. If Probe can stay alive, if he can get value, find these take aim bolts, poke them out, should be good for him, but I don't think AG are going to let him have that. But they found the Sombra behind, so it could be a big trouble. He's invisible. He's found immediately. Becky can't finish the kill. There's more pressure in Lee Soo-min and Sunjin. They've done it again. They've won the side fight. Now, all of a sudden, Probe is going to be a very juicy-looking target as Old Ocean. They're going to try and kite out here. Looks like they're good for the kite out, but we're already down to last fight situation.
Last fight territory for Old Ocean. They've got a slower comp. I've got little bits of carrot in my mouth because I forgot to bring the glass of water away from the sink, so I'm going to have to look into that rather soon. The marker way ahead on the Kitsune rush, but Sonjin this time around being forced all the way back. Deflect dash forced out nice and early. That gives Old Ocean a bit of time to breathe, a little bit of space. Kitsune rush actually comes out, but Jaehong, the old man, gets caught out trying to flank his way through to the objective. That is going to be a 1-for-1 trade though, because Aid hits game player on Sombra. Can't rely on that, let's be honest here. 1-for-1 trades on the point. Guthrium goes down though, not enough healing. Kivi's not in position to give it. Sonjin and Milgaru both incredibly low. Old Ocean looking rather healthy, all things considered, but with Becky going down as well, I think that may just be the end of Old Ocean's run here on the first point of Surabasa. Get my water.
Looking good for AG there, and the tempo just seems to be something that Old Ocean can't withstand. They're losing their Kiri, or they're losing their Juno super early. The two supports not able to keep each other alive in these situations. Very quick first point for AG. The Kitsune rush advantage seals the deal as well in that last fight. Now Old Ocean at least do have a bit of an advantage. They have that Kitsune rush advantage, but bloody hell, this Ray is slow, Jaehong. Come on, 45%. We have to be taking the piss. It's going to be AG coming through with this blade potentially to start the fight here. As long as he can avoid that bowler from Probe, should be able to get value. He's been in great form so far as we've started this Saravasa. Milgaru's going to meet on the point as Probe tries to get more of a meaningful angle, but here comes the blade all in, and the deflected bowler sends it right back at him. Probe's going to take himself out with that one. Now he's all over the Juno, but Becky has found a trade with his pulse bomb. 3v3 situation. Old Ocean are actually scrapping it out. Probe going to come back on the Cass, on the Sojin after that embarrassment with the bowler. They're still fighting it away. AG do it for capturing all of this. Was it an Ajax as well in all of that? I was so distracted by the
Ajax,
bowler.
Xavier. Lee Min with an absolutely disgusting Ajax to Guthrium there. Hideous. Genuine shades of violet in that one. My lord, this is what happens when you put these fucking Kiriko one-tricks on Lucio. It's just a recipe for disaster. Good grief. Old Ocean, they're right back into this one. Lee Min, they've given the keys to the kingdom right now. EMP set up from Aid, but he doesn't quite have the EMP yet, so that's another turn wasted as he has to throw in the virus and TP out. Downpour comes out, but the Suzu is perfect from Kivi's. Now the slash in. Downpour comes out in response to the TP. Deflect actually roots up Guthrium of all people, so that's not enough. EMP in main only catches Guthrium. Hit scan, classic. Proby rips his head off. Suzuki's perfect from Kivi's. One player advantage for Old Ocean. About to be two as Milgaru meets his maker on the other side of the map. Now it's all just pressure. Old Ocean chasing kills. Kivi's traded. Marco and Sonjin incredibly low. If they can't finish these kills, they might actually be in a bit of strife. But there it is, the finishing blow. Becky and Proby both finding a scalp, and Old Ocean, they're taking this second point with ease. Milgaru's coming back on Wrecking Ball. What are we recontesting here? Grow on.
He's going to go for it. He's going over rooftop. He can get the touch. Maybe hoping at the very least to force out a ray or something with Jaehong. Chance to touch a few more times. Becky misses the pulse bomb. Milgaru can keep touching. Jaehong, if just really wants to use the ray, and Becky's dead in the back actually. Probe trades it back. They've C9 there. All the mobility but no touch. And Old Ocean will get one back on the board and keep hold of this ray for the next fight.
Old Ocean going for absolute, rather all gamers going for absolute anti-ult usage right now. Beats that don't drop, EMPs that solo hit the tank that can be Suzy Q'd. Just disasters across the board right now for the side of AG. Ru Jaehong caught with his pants down, something that happens when you get a bit old. Sometimes you forget to pull them up after you take a slash, and you just get caught out in the open with them. Guthrium goes down as well due to the absence of healing, and maybe this Wrecking Ball Lucio Kiri comp is a bit of trouble for the side of Old Ocean. Milgaru rolling around, appears to be actually quite low, being chased. He was about 20 HP there. He will go down. Somebody get the breathalyzer out. I think we may see a drunk driver on our screens right now. Kivi's, he has taken down one. Mark is incredibly low, and Becky's good for the second. So Old Ocean suddenly, I don't know, what the fuck are we orbital raying, Jaehong? I mean, I guess it's a fight win, but God only knows what that was used for.
Yeah, but the end result is we used Ray, we won the first fight, which I guess is how you would have expected that fight to go, but none of the events seem to make any sense leading up to that. Either way, control of the point for Old Ocean. They do have a Kitsune rush for the next fight too, and a pick onto Sunjin here, and it just seems really scrappy fighting picks on the side. No team's really taking a big brawl and trading these ults, so it's going to be more time on the board for Old Ocean. Chance to hold on to all of these ults, and it's going to be a big one next. 8 ults on the board.
I need to start hitting that one with Mags games if I ever watch any of them, Jay. Stormjin with a pre-fight pick on a Becky with the deflect. Big comes out from Lee Soo-min, and this time around it actually lands. Blade from Sonjin has been messed up just a little bit, but he's good for it in the back half of it. Takes down Proby, takes down Guthrium, and looks like Old Ocean, they're just going to eco the remainder of this one. No point in using that downpour when you're dead. No point throwing in the pulse bomb. Still, one more chance here. Proby's coming back on the Freya. No Sombra on the enemy side anymore, so no more pressure for him. Juno and Kiri both vulnerable backline as though Milgaru has the minefield. Maybe Old Ocean are going to try and flip over to the objective here because Milgaru catching them in the choke. I feel like supports get hammed up in main. You start needing to touch. Could be a bit of trouble for them.
Difficult to get his ball out of his top left position here. Guthrium and Pro can maybe poke him out a little bit right now. They're trying to challenge it, but they've lost the side fight here. The Lucio, Genji, Sunjin and Lee Soo-min have got through so much work on this Sarabasa. They're going to do the same again. And, whoa, he's trapped in, but Milgaru's doubled down in here. They've lost Lee Soo-min actually as a result. And now, forced all the way back. AG going to have a bit of space, but they do have ults to turn this as they come in. There's the bowler at the choke from Age. Doesn't look like we found all that much. Slam at the choke. Old Ocean really need to make sure they get the touch. Guthrium's going to go for all of it. Does get lots of damage as well. Suzu comes through. Guthrium was a one-way trip. They tried to Suzu him out. Downpour onto point. Locks up the ball and kills the Lucio. Great one from Guthrium. And now they're right back in this, and all of a sudden it's AG are going to have the difficult touch.
It's like a 3M masterclass. What is Milgaru doing? Gets caught up by that downpour, poops out his mines in fear, and then goes down. It was a 5-man downpour. It's an absolute disgrace for Milgaru. He's supposed to be the ball player. You put the two brothers in the same lineup, and they just start shitting the sheets, shitting their mines all over the place as well, apparently. Milgaru goes for the touch. He will secure it. He was trying to fake us out there for a second. Wall comes up. Sonjin has to touch, ping-ponging as well. Ru Jae-hong has himself an orbital ray for the objective, starts taking damage from behind and has to use his own ult in fear. Starts getting healed by Kivas though. Looks like Aid is in a spot, but the Lee Soo-min is taken down yet again by Guthrium. So Orbital Ray not available. Down goes Sonjin though, so he can't even use that blade. I think Proby might have Bowler Jacks there in the mix, but it's looking like it's Old Ocean taking the fight, Tav.
I overrate too much in the end, so even though it takes them a while, they do clean up all the kills. No chance for Sunjin to use the blade. They'll clean up Milgaru, get themselves the advantage here. 1 round away from sending us to a map 5. They'll carry over the Kitsune Rush as well for this next fight as we move on to point D. Sunjin's going to have the blade, but these blades can be quite tricky, especially into support ults, especially with nothing to combo with it here. So Old Ocean, a chance to set up early as well.
Keep going, keep going.
Looking for the ball right now. Sunjin has this blade as Milgaru is going to try and get a little bit of space from him here. But you can see Old Ocean, they're already sitting quite far back with their back line. Sunjin's going to try and connect it onto the Freya on top of Probe. 1-for-1 trade though. The take aim shot helps with that one as Milgaru comes in with the counter slam. 4v4 now. Guthrium's going to dive in, fighting Milgaru. Suzu comes through. Another slam coming through. Milgaru's awfully low, trying to play his life. Top 200 HP. Guthrium's chasing him down. Becky hits the pulse bomb in the back. Gets 2 in this, tears them apart, and Old Ocean good for the first cap here.
No, you can't have Mod Goofy Jokester. Absolute meal of it being made by Milgaru right now. Just fumbling at every possible opportunity. Lee Soo-min's got another beat that he might be able to piss up the wall. There's an ult advantage right now for AG. If they can just get their way into the fight, get some mines down in the middle of it all, get a beat drop off that doesn't get Ajax, there is a chance for them. But you've got to keep your eyes on Guthrium. His downpours have been so good. In comes Milgaru, pops the minefield, goes for the slam on Proby. Proby thrown up into the sky. Downpour comes out. God only knows what it's caught though, as Jae-hong and Becky both go down. Now it's just a case of Old Ocean trying to stagger out the objective a little bit more. Let's get one last touch going. They are completely wiped by only the minefield of Milgaru. So that is a brutal fight for them, to be perfectly honest.
Minefield pulls all the peel back onto Probe. They keep Probe alive for a decent amount, but then it just seems Guthrium left a little bit short on point. He's cleaned up, and now AG double support ult as we approach the last part of this. Milgaru is going to slam at the choke. Want to keep it efficient. If they can just win for 1 support ult, damage onto Jae-hong as he comes through, the roll through as well, disrupting. Kiri Juno has a hard time dealing with this. For Kiriko is 1 HP. Jae-hong and Kip is trying to live. They can't live though. Milgaru will get both. Lee Soo-min did beat in all of that as well, so it's a one and done. But now EMP, Kitsune Rush for this upcoming final fight. All the tools to win, AG.
Somebody's got to tell Kivvies that you got to TP away from the enemy ball, not TP on top of his head twice with that new Kiriko perk. Guthrium, pre-fight pick on a marker. This is just an outrageous fumble right now. That does help. You can't go down in this situation. One of their 2 ultimates already expended. Where is Aid right now? He's been scouted out of stealth by Becky's spy checking, spamming in this general direction. That could be the flip right now. Sonjin's trying to touch with the deflect. Flip is still going to be given. Here comes Guthrium now. EMP comes out. He misses the virus. Becky gets traded, but Aid goes down. It's a 2-for-1 trade. Marcus managed to get the Kitsune rush on the objective. Kivvies is 90%. He's so low. Rujehong is 95%. Orbital Ray and Kitsune rush just around the corner. Point still remains in the hands of Old Ocean. Come on, old man. Give us something. Slam onto the point. Minefield as well, but there's a rush and an Orbital Ray in play. Rujehong apparently deciding to stay well away from his own Ray, but Lee Sumin goes down to Guthrium. Big slash there. Pulse bomb goes into the abyss. The demons have been swatted. Down goes Sonjin to probe you with the overclock. Blade gets nothing. Mule Gizzy goes down. 2 versus 5. 1 versus 5. Aid versus the world and a downpour to take him if he so desires. No touch. Old Ocean are bringing us to map 5. I gotta see Rujong's face.
Jaehong.
Stand up.
Headset off.
Come on. Stand up. Get up, man. We got a series on our hands.
Been good for it as well, right? And if anything, you look back at that Hollywood and you think, how on earth have Old Ocean not just closed this series out by now? AG have been
Good morning, Gala.
really, really ropey here. The ball didn't seem to work that well at all. They were struggling, certainly struggling on the Winston too. They get to pick the map and the bands now though. What mode are we left with? We just had Flashpoint, we had Hybrid, we had Push, so we're going to Escort.
Escort map for all the marbles. Escort map, Diva available. Diva ban. Was the Diva ban used?
Let's have a goose.
Yes.
AG used the Diva ban on that map just there.
I used Diva ban, sure, Barca. According to Korea Broadcast, they're letting the loser pick between initial and follow-up ban. Yeah, that's a rule change. That came in North America too. Because I did second ban on Surabasa in our match versus Nightmare, and people were commenting that I have insane ego for choosing to second ban. Like, it's an ego thing. That's why we wanted to second ban. That's a yucky Ajax from Lee Sin, oh my god.
You and your bloody...
Disgusting ego.
Should have a correct link now, Panda. I'm not reading it homosexual, but you made me laugh.
What did he say?
Oh, now I'm gonna have to... Said age is just a number. In response to Jaehong's success. In response to Jaehong's success.
Is homosexual in both of our chats hard cheering for Jaehong all the time?
I mean, he's always hard. He sometimes cheer it.
You said shades of MAGA in Unter right now? Don't make me whip out my Trump hat again. Don't do it. It's in my hand right now. Like, tease it, you know? See, like the... where's the emote? Where's the... I'm not a MAGA guy. I'm not a MAGA guy.
You guys do not want to see Unter's hat closet.
This is dark MAGA. Black hat. Like, my God. I'm dark MAGA. Laughs at himself. Waits for audience to laugh too.
Cue the applause sign.
Yeah. It's like Jeb Bush. Please clap. I reckon the youngins won't get that one. What, you're Australian, what do you mean? How can you even be a MAGA guy? You'd be surprised, like, internationally, how some crazy, like, you know, like far right kind of leaning nut jobs can be all like, you know, super pro MAGA international, you know? I'm just a Dutton guy? No, I am not. I'd rather have an Unter than a child. I feel like that's not the first time you said that today.
Hey, rather have an Unter than a child? Can Unter account for his whereabouts on January the 6th? Yeah.
I don't know why I'm not explaining this to you in voice, Ryan, because, yeah, it's not like a secret. And yeah, you are them, if you can't see that. But that's okay, you're not the draft guy. He can account for his whereabouts, just his whereabouts with the Capitol building. Yeah, obviously. I know where I was on January 6th.
Yeah, the location has never been in question. The activity is for real. That's the real sort of root of the issue.
Shocker. Absolute shocker. I still can't believe someone gave me $25 to become a ladyboy.
I mean, you're gonna have to do it, right?
Yeah, I guess. I could put on, like, the best I could do is put on the singlet, you know? Yo, Unter, thanks for distracting me from exam revision. No problem, mate. No problem at all. Hope you fail that test.
He's studying to become a jaw surgeon.
Unter, can you stand up so we can draw you ladyboy instead? Oh, heavens. Didn't Australia have a PM shit himself at a McDonald's? Exclamation mark Outer Wilds. What the hell does that mean?
What's
Is
Outer
this, like
Wilds?
is this a youth thing? What is exclamation mark Outer Wilds? That's a first time chat as well. What the hell does that mean? Anyone help me?
Anyone from a different generation got
Wilds?
some insight here?
It's a game? Like, what does it have to do with this situation?
I've been told it's the best game of all time.
10-minute gameplay walkthrough. $25 US. There's no way this game costs $25. Outer Wilds is a 2019 action-adventure game developed by Mobius Digital. Oh, someone gave me money. Forget that. Parzo23, welcome back to the Parasocial Friends Club. Thanks for the time. It's the best game I've ever played. Did you just expect me to have a command for it, or were you just hoping that I'd bite? You know, like you cast out the line and hope that I'd bite on the Outer Wilds command.
He's
I've been
caught that
hard.
fish.
Yeah, you caught a real big fish here, you know? It's your favorite game, ergo I should have a command for it? Reasonable. Reasonable.
You watching me from Japan right now, Trash Panda? I'm coming for you, Tayo. I'm gonna become big in Japan.
Exclamation mark adcom, exclamation mark Outer Wilds. Good game. So I'm told.
When am I gonna play Outer Wilds? Probably never. What type of game is it?
Do you have the exclamation mark sponsor command, Xavier?
Sponsor? No.
Yeah. Let me send it over to you. Actually, can someone else send it? Can someone that can be bothered to open another tab send it? That would be much more convenient. Send Xavier the text for the sponsor command.
Who are we getting sponsored by?
Oh, you'll see.
Is
No
it my
worries,
favourite doctor?
It is your favorite doctor. Dr. Suleiman Al-Habib. Medical Group. Official medical partner of the Esports World Cup. Elevating, expanding, excelling, elevating care, and exceeding expectations. Driving excellence in healthcare across the kingdom.
Thanks, Panda. That commander's been added from Japan.
Do you think Ru Jae-hong will show as much emotion for his second match as he did with his first? I feel like this is a way crazier win than the first, right? Like, the first game was versus, like, hard plumbers. This game is versus, like, the team that just 3-0'd T1 last week.
Speaking of plumbers, have we got... It looks like Mario and Luigi here with the red and green hat.
Oh my god! I swear. I can't be intentional. That's just two guys with fuck hairlines.
Yeah, this result would be crazy. I mean, to be fair, it's already crazy that it's even this close.
The guy's got the MAGA hat on. Like, he's trying to make Korea great again. God's sake.
Also, okay, Outer Worlds is a game where knowledge is progression, like a exploration puzzle game. Oh, I'd be so horrendous at that. I feel like if we were to watch me play this, it'd be me crawling through a level about a week at a time.
I play any game with like a basic puzzling component, and I just instantly sit there for an hour not figuring it out and then Google it. Like, it's a real indictment on my critical thinking ability.
I just walk around, sort of waiting for the solution to present itself to me. Am I stupid? Yeah.
You can finish the game. You can finish the game in 5 minutes, but that would suggest that you have the knowledge. Are you my pterodactyl friend? Yes. If you Google a solution in Outer Wilds, I think of you as a lesser life form, but I'm a hater. I feel like that's reasonable for a 10-minute game. If you don't figure it out, then that sucks, you know? It's like playing Portal and Googling the solution to the Portal thing instead of figuring it out, you know what I mean?
Defeats the entire purpose of opening or playing such a game.
Did you figure out how to close the Oblivion Gate? Yeah, my friend said try jumping down to another level, and I jumped down to another level and it closed. Anyone want some crumb chicken? Yeah, I can do that. I'm fucking hungry as.
So
I'm
what's some
$50 in
crumb chicken?
Domino's today, so I might order a bento and spend it all. Or save it. Spend it on a hole.
Where are we going? Circuit Royale? And it's a Genji
Circle Royale,
ban. And
Anaban
an
from
Anaban.
AG. The Anaban's not a bad shout if you want to play Ramattra, to be honest. Anna can match up pretty well into the Ramattra.
At least J-Hog a bit as well, doesn't it?
But, end of the day, I think that it's a horsey world right now. So, May, that shuts down Jasmine just a little bit. Lisa Min's playing Mercy. Lisa Min, the Kiriko one trick, is playing Mercy on map 5.
Thank you, Broken Skies, for the Prime welcome back. Just in time for some Lee Min Mercy. Orisa should be a favourable matchup into the Ram, but May as well. The Orisa will have a slightly nicer matchup there too. But all about this pocketed Freya for now, as Ada's going to swing round, trying to find these opening take-aim bolts, clearing this Alari out. But it's Sunjin with the opening pick. It's going to slow Old Ocean right down. They're going to have to concede a lot of space. Gafrima's actually, he's way too close. He's going to get caught here surely. One more spin out, but now they are well and truly on the back foot. Wall off as well. Gafrim on life support in the corner. They're trying to pocket him through. But they get away with it, and Old Ocean will have one more fight before the cap.
AG can't swing for a few more seconds, and that should give Becky time to get back into the mix. Guthrian with the spear, pushing Sonjin into the corner, but you've got to be so careful about the ults coming online. DPS ult's about to be there for AG, and Rujay Hong goes down in the neutral. There's just not enough to keep them going anymore. Oh, Bowler shot splashes onto Becky's ice block. Jasmine is incredibly low, but Guthrian cannot survive any longer without the primary source of healing in the form of Rujay Hong. Everyone from Old Ocean is on the run. They don't want to get spawn camped here, so you can see they're backing up. They're trying to avoid the staggers, but AG, they're all over them. They're pushing all the way deep. Aid with the Mercy pocket, just continually swinging, continually shooting out these bolts. It's so deadly. Surely it's not a one shot, right? Like, it'll just be a little bit. And yeah, come on, pay up if you want to stroke it. These are the rules. These are the rules. Give me money.
It's going to be a slow pokey fight again here. Really, Old Ocean needs to try and find a way to take a bit more initiative. But the problem is, hard to punish a Ram in the front line. So much survivability. And that just means there's plenty of time for A to continue to get the most out of his Mercy pocket. Taking the duel, Wall will come through. Captive Sun out, hits both of the backline. Huge one from Kiviz. Deletes that Freya Mercy combo. And that's going to be a quick reset as a result. 3 for Kiviz now. Sunjin's going to try and get out of this one. We'll be able to back it up. They find another trade, but Captive Sun stabilizes for Old Ocean, and now they get to hold this perilous high ground.
Hey, can we get a brain function check on Proby, by the way? 5v2, and he decides to run face-to-face with the enemy Ram just to get himself slowed and traded. Love that. So now that Old Ocean can't apply any pressure on the enemy team's cross, they get to walk all the way up to Cart.
Oh,
Becky goes down,
No
and
way!
Gibbies to Sonjin. Sonjin walks to Cart out in the open and manages to get 2 plus a pylon as a little fadeaway frag. Get the fuck out of here. That is the worst passage of play I've ever seen from Old Ocean. Now, they are forced to recontest into a Blizzard, into the Ram ult, into a Ray on Cart, just everything in the kitchen sink. They've got their own ults for the retake, but they're the ones that have all the pressure. Guthrian spins out onto the objective, goes for a spear, juggling their health bar right now. Still hasn't popped the fort, trying to poke back Sonjin. Still hasn't used it. Ray's exchanged. Sonjin very low, looking for healing, not burning that ice block just yet. Now the block is down. Becky frozen up. Sonjin
plays
frozen up. Just a wax museum here, but Guthrium survives. Jaehong takes down Lee Soo-min. Jaehong on the run in the old spawn. Gets the kill, but Mark has been traded. Guthrium has done it all. Spun out. Gotten a kill with the Terror Surge. Gotten back onto the objective. Can't peel off Jasmine, but this next spear could be the one to take him down. Sliver of HP. The block. The shield. He lives. Jasmine so close, but the overheat from... Oh, poor little Guthrium. Brutal, but they hold on. Sim swapped from Sonja, not getting anything done. Jasmine's about to swing back up on the left-hand side. He's going to start trying to touch the card again. Aid's back in the mix, but I don't think they can close it, Zav.
No, they know there's a player behind as well. They're looking for this Sombra. They found Becky as they keep trying to walk forward here. Aid's going to try and get in with this bow. They're looking for it. Captive Sun is out. Takes care of Lee Soo-min, no problem. Sunjin has TP'd in aggressively. Life support now for Kivi's. 21 HP. Pylon is out. But here comes the help. They're going to clean everything up again. Old Ocean continue their hold. Jasmine's going to swap now onto D.Va.
So good for it. Old Ocean. Real clutch potential there. Becky getting behind, keeping the back line of AG very busy. And now Kivi's with the clutch. Straight over to the Brigida as well. He sees flankers. He sees D.Va. He gets his ass on Brig. He knows to counter it out. Marco is wildly spy checking, looking for Becky in the sky box for some reason. Using his shift in panic. You're about to lose Old Ocean, oh mate. You are hopeless. You might have a ring from getting carried on the bench on Florida Mayhem. But good God, that is not the stuff of champions, what I'm witnessing as he walks up that slope. Guthrium, no spin on the cart, slightly losing this neutral to a D.Va somehow, some way. Lee Soo-min pops the ultimate, but can't find anything other than the enemy team's tank. Goes deep, only hits Kivi's and Guthrium. Guthrium's taking a lot of damage though. Touch is required. He's about to pop. He will pop. Proby goes down to the pop of the Captive Sun as well, but Jasmine is incredibly low. Guthrium, 96% of his ultimate, charging up a spear. Lee Soo-min pinned to the wall. Terror Surge available, but he doesn't go for it. Lee Soo-min takes down Becky and Guthrium. I swear the opportunity was right there with the Surge, but he's hesitated, and it's all too late. They're going to lose to a D.Va.
Worried about point there a bit too much. Guthrium didn't want to leave, didn't want to risk it, but it just meant the opportunity goes missing. Now they get themselves onto third point here. It's not been straightforward for AG, but they have the window, they have the bowler, start clearing this next one. And the Sim seems to be coming to play a little bit more. The TPs to flip and get themselves angles haven't really worked out. But in terms of just getting beam pressure on Virissa, that has worked. Old Ocean, though, healthy bank of ultimates here. Want to try and fight forward a little bit if they can. Brig support onto this Sombra, and that's been marked out by Jasmine. Payload's still moving forward now as they try and come through coast here, Old Ocean. Cloak up underneath. Aid is going to try and flip the map round, and he's taking this Freya jewel. Doesn't want to play it, though. Instead drops to contest point. Window out from Maka, and that's going to force Old Ocean, who went all the way around coast just to drop back down. Disengage main, but Jaehong, he's not made his way out of this rotation. Now a huge opening, no chance to use that Ray. AG can keep moving forward. Terror Surge pulls everyone in. Bowler's there as well. 2 kills converted or 1.5 kills converted. There's the rest of them now. And they do hold in the end. A bit messy from Old Ocean. A long rotation to just end up dropping main in the end. But the ult combos get them out of it.
Oh my days, that was expensive for Old Ocean in the end. I thought the Bowler Surge combo was going to be enough, but they needed to toss the EMP in there for good measure. Just were not quite getting it over the line. The combo did not work out as intended. TP up onto the high ground straight away. Proby's going to have to back it up. He gets incredibly low, but he will survive. Support ultimates to keep them online on the card. This is a very tense situation for Old Ocean, though. Really relying heavily on their supports to clutch up for them, but so much pressure going up against the Bowler Shot, the Captive Sun. All of these ultimates that can just blow you up inside your support ultimate. It's incredibly difficult. Becky on the side has been forced out and taken down. So it's already a 4 versus 5 situation. And Sonjin, he's about to have a wall. The Symbol can slice the objective in 2. They can start pushing cart, and it's going to be so hard for Guthrium. Orbital Ray comes out. Captive Sun in response. Kivi's pops the rally. Bomb goes onto the ground. Marcus traded. No bash to cancel that out. But Kivi's might just be good for another one here. Lamp looks to be incredibly clutch, but Sonjin will fall. That wasn't a lamp. I can't see a goddamn thing on my screen. Oh! Colors, it's like I'm the main broadcaster now. Now, D.Va comes back into the fight. Guthrium, 78% on the Terror Surge. Doesn't even need to use it. Doesn't even need to build it all the way to full because they have held on. Guthrium takes down the lamp. Swaps coming out from AG, but straight back to the Symmetra and the Juno. It's one last final fight here, and Jasmine. Oh, look at all these swaps. Now they're on Juno Brig Ram.
Yeah, trying a few different answers there. The pocket onto Kivis in that previous fight was absolutely insane that he lives this situation. Now a Terror Surge bowler to finish the job. Old Ocean should be good for the hold. All they need to do is land that combo. Eyes on Probe, eyes on Gafrium. Becky's harassing from behind. Just wasting a lot of Aid's time right now as he tries to find this Tracer. Drops onto him. Becky's going to blink away, blink back. Recall has been forced. Gafrium has the combo ready to go. Eyes on Probe, eyes on Gafrium. There it is. Terror Surge bowler comes in. Gets out of it, but Lee Min just bashes into more danger. TP behind, only one kill from that combo, but they deal with the Freya as well. 2-player advantage. Old Ocean, Pulse Bomb out as well. Pulse Bomb connects. The hold is good. They stop him before third. Reasonable defense from Old Ocean.
And Old Ocean managing to have a good combo for the final fight. Surge and Bowler to take things to the final complete stage. I think the D.Va would have been good for that combo, to be honest. At least you have a chance to eat one of the two. But getting onto the ram, burying your head on the cart, disaster. Give yourself a little pat. Yeah, I'll give myself a little pat. I thought that was quite funny, to be honest. Anyway, Kivis with the Captive Sons absolutely dominant. I feel like both Captive Sons have actually been pretty powerful. Yeah, Lee Min had a good one too, where I thought it was dodgy. He had to hold it for a real long time, but he wound up catching Gthream and Probe, and Probe goes down, peaks a few too many times, gets hit just a bit too low, and then Gthream couldn't finish it out. But here, look at Gthream. This is domination. Yeah. Body blocking the BAP in main, spearing him into the wall. He pops the lamp, spins him out of his own lamp, and takes him down outside. I mean, that's dirty stuff. Can't do that on Hyping, I'll tell you.
No. I think as well, actually, even I think it was the penultimate fight before they just won with the combo. The pocket onto Kivis comes through. They survived that situation in the backline as well. They did use double support ult, but it means these symbol turns didn't find the value that AG were hoping for. And AG now are actually going to start on the Ramatra here, which on paper is a worse matchup into the Orisa. They're also starting double hit scan as well. So Jasmine's job is very much just going to be to try and anchor the corner, live in these wall timings, play his life, hold for space, provide opportunities for Aid and Sunjin to find these picks. Old Ocean, on the other hand, they can be a bit more proactive. They can try and bully out Jasmine's cooldowns, look for a wall timing to punish him. All they need to do is just keep hold of their heads as they do this.
All right, hold your heads, boys. We're Old Ocean are genuinely in it with a chance right now. I am incredibly excited. Nice wall from Becky comes out early on, and Sonic's taken down as a result of it. Absolute beaut coming through early pick. This is the free push zone where usually you just play far, you poke up a little bit, but Sonjin a bit too close to the sun, and the Captive Sons aren't even online yet. The advantage is well and truly being pressed by Old Ocean right now. They're not 3-carding it, they're actually 1-carding and just trying to get as much poke in as they can. Look at Lee Min, sliver of HP in the corner. All we need is a tiny bit more. You see the swing coming through from Gthream right now. He wants him so bad. And down goes to Proby. Jasmine's getting pumped in main. No form. Might have to use the shield again. The pressure, it's so high from Old Ocean. They're not taking anything passively. They're pressing every advantage. There's going to be one last chance for AG to touch this one. But already, it's dicey. Old Ocean have done so much damage. Proby almost has his bowler shot.
Great opportunity now to finish this one. More pressure onto Jasmine as he walks up. He's taking so much damage. He has to use forms, surely. Walls round the corner. Probe now 10% away from that bowler as well. Ada's caught up a little bit here. Will have his own attempt. They're trying to bully back the cart. Jasmine gets on it one more time. The bowler is great from Probe. Nails that one into the back line. Aid gets a trade, but it's not enough. And Old Ocean, a very decisive first point.
Money shot there from Proby, hits the backliners from a million miles away, clutching up. You've got to keep your eyes on the exchange between the Orisa and the Ram. The shield usage is the thing we've got to keep our eyes out for here, because if Jasmine, fuck it, he doesn't even want to use his shield. He's going to go Orisa, because the thing is, when you pop form versus an Orisa, the spear fucks up your body blocking, the spin pushes you away from your effective range. Really, the shield is the only thing you can use to outplay the horse, and if you have to use your shield early, you're up shit creek without a paddle. A full mirror situation now, but Old Ocean have all of the ultimates to press the advantage. Proby has 85% of another bowler shot, but Aid, when they need him most, he comes alive. He takes down Kivis as he was closing on a Captive Son. They don't want to give it up just yet, though. Becky has an ultimate in the pocket, but down goes Proby. Jaehong uses the Ray, 3 versus 5. Jasmine is traded, but I feel like we're going to be wanting a refund on that one, Jaehong, you old bastard.
No good at all, just one kill, but Jasmine's going to have plenty of time to get back here, and AG will get to stabilize on the high ground, and look at all the ults they have as well. Going to be so difficult for Old Ocean to get one of these rotations off successfully. Might even have to use the Captive Sun early or something just to try and bully them back. But now Aid has his power position. He is going to be lethal from that high ground. You can see Old Ocean, they're just trying to poke and probe their way up. Becky's got a bit of an angle underneath. They force the ice block out. Wall on him as well. He's going to blizzard him. He's going to freeze, trying to wall himself out there, but they can break the wall and kill him. They're going to raid to try and save Sunjun, but healing comes through. Sunjun's still alive. A Captive Sunbow is huge as they all push in to save for May. They all get hit by that Captive Sun. Jasmine is low HP, needs to deal with it. Gafrian will be okay. Fortify out. Payload is moving forward right now, and Old Ocean win that crucial fight. Great Captive Sun from Kibbies again, cracks it open.
Oh, I don't think they can. I don't think that they can stop this recontest from AG. AG have so many ults. Aid is going for his flank. He's flanked through third point over the coast. He's behind everybody. But right now, all they really need is a bit of front-to-back gaming. Aid in the back goes for the bowler shot. It lands. Okay, they needed it. It was fucking incredible. He takes down Proby. He takes down Kivas with the bowler shot. He's good for almost another one. And honestly, the fact that he's done that is game-winning, potentially series-winning, because Jasmine and Lee Soo-min both didn't have to use their ultis for the recontest. He's just done it all himself. Hard flank, double kill with the bowler shot. Get the fuck out of here. Old Ocean, that was their chance to at least bleed ultimates from AG in the chaos, but instead Aid just does it all himself.
He did that flank yesterday as well, really making good use of it. This time nails the bowler as well. Huge clutch for him. Now they can do Captive Sun on the next rotation, and Old Ocean, they're going to have to be careful here. They need to wait for their raid timing, which means just slow and pokey. But if AG, they have this Captive Sun ready to go. They have a TP available as well. Just to fake out though. Sunjun doesn't take that one. Eyes on Lee Soo-min, but AG seems to be happy to play it slow. But Old Ocean means they can charge their ults.
Ults are being charged right now for Old Ocean, and I really don't think that the sim is much chop here on this long stretch. Big open space, bowler shot available. Terror Surge comes out, so does the Captive Sun. This is the raid timing though. Jaehong has popped it, and this is, I don't know about bad news. I don't know about bad news for Old Ocean, but nothing from their raid timing. Next fight's the one to keep your eye out for though, because that's a big combo from AG. Old Ocean, they're about to have a huge ult swing.
Slight ult advantage as well. They've got a Terror Surge Captive Sun combo of their own. They can even Blizzard with this as well. The Blizzard will be very effective, as will the Terror Surge into that Sim Wall too. So even have a very powerful ult from Sunjun. Not a great ult matchup here. 1 minute 30 on the clock. It's really going to come down to this big ult trade right now. Old Ocean, one more chance to get themselves onto third and play for the series win. Becky walking up now with this Blizzard. Little spear though, that's the sim down. Perfect from Gafriam. He's given him the opening pick. All of a sudden, AG on the back foot. Captive Sun comes through. Maka is low. Doesn't get triggered though. He's not going to pop. Blizzard still available for Becky. Pressure on. Fortify has been used. The Blizzard timing is open for him. Beret comes out. Old Ocean, they're trying to Kai. Just use the Blizzard. We can... No, they don't use it. The symbol from Spawn helps them out. AG are going to stabilize on Old Ocean. They want to get one more fight out of this. Has Gafriam taken the shield perk?
Gafriam, have you misclicked your perk? No, it's Jasmine with the shield perk. Proby goes down on the stretch. No. Aid is killing everyone now. Old Ocean, last chance. But the problem here, Jasmine has ult. Jasmine can turn this. Gafriam takes down Lee Soo-min. I don't know how important this trade is. Maybe this trade is huge, actually. Because honestly, if Lee Soo-min can't shoot the long stretch and they have to play for a fight on cart, I think the cart fight massively favors Old Ocean. Kiwi's has made a swap over to the Kiriko. Not sure what this is all about, but it could be huge on account of the fact that he can Suzu Jasmine's ultimate. Jasmine's ult is all that's available right now. If the fight goes long, Lee Soo-min's going to have the Captive Sun. Aid is going to have a boulder shot in mere seconds. But this is the series-defining fight. Bolt splashes on Aid, a second bolt as well, but he's healed up to full, so he's going to be just fine. Jaehong is 80% on his ultimate. Jasmine has the Surge. Surge boulder combo on the brink. Both Orisas have the shield perk. Lee Soo-min gets directed and goes down. Jasmine, he has a chance here. Bliss on the objective. There's nothing to save Becky. Where is the Suzu Kivas? Kivas goes down. 3 players inside the Surge. Jaehong goes out 98% on the rally.
The perfect bowler opening. And then all they need to do is not get everyone caught in the surge, but they all just sort of flood to point. Gafriam can do that. He can tank it. He can use his cooldowns. He can still fortify to get out of that. They all end up too close to the Terror Surge. The Suzu is... God knows where that Suzu was. Wasn't used in any meaningful way to survive that Terror Surge. And then Jaehong doesn't get to the Ray. It all falls apart. And AG scrape their way past Old Ocean.
It's a real lack of discipline in the final fight. Honestly, they had it all. They had the ults. They had the Orisa on card. All they needed to do was space well.
Yeah.
Even Kivvies, if he got a Suzy Q off inside that, would have been all right. But everyone's just in the pool. That's a 3-man surge. When only one person needs to be touching, both Orisas have the fucking shield perk for some reason.
I mean, I guess because it
Milgari
makes sense
player of
versus
the match.
I think it. Yeah, I don't know how Milgari's got player of the match here. I feel like it makes sense versus the Sim. I guess it's some of the same logic versus the May too. But I don't know. I still feel like the spin is versus the Sim. I can get behind it a little bit more.
I can't believe that, man. Like
think about the Hollywood. Think about the Hollywood as well.
The Hollywood lot.
Think about.
Oh.
It's a 1-2 maps. Should have won 3. Could have won 4.
Yeah. Shit.
And also, remember how this series started with AG popping out the Lifeweaver ban into the Hog, only to be taught a lesson about hubris from their elder statesman.
Rough one. Very rough one. It's only the first game of the day, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. It's felt like, I was thinking that when we were on when we were going to map 5, I was like, oh, what a day it's been, and I'm like, we're a third of the way through. We're a third of the way through. 1 out of 3 regions for me.
Yeah, 1 out of 3 regions for you. I'm gonna have to tap in at the end of NA to get me host and go all day long. We needed a Kaiser shatter. I can put my my name behind that one, homosexual. Oh,
네,
Milgaro
오늘
interview
첫
for
경기
literally
풀세트
God knows what
접전
reason.
끝 AGG가 승리를 가져갑니다. 승리 축하드립니다.
감사합니다.
Okay.
네, 오늘 승리 축하드립니다.
Really great series from Probe, actually. Lots of
아이고.
Aid. Of all the things people are telling me Aid might be the best to Freya, but actually Probe, not like Aid played badly, but Probe was, I think Probe had the edge today. Really good.
이겨서 좋긴 한데 뭔가
What are you gonna stream tomorrow? I'll probably rewatch EMEA in North America if I were to hazard a guess, because like
네,
I'm not gonna get up for
아무래도
EMEA. We have screams during North America.
기대감이 높을 수밖에 없는
I'm probably just gonna
AGG였기
rewatch
때문에
EMEA and NA or something,
도대체 왜
and then
올드워시를
kind of like drag it all the way through to the end of Korea,
하시는
be half
팬분들도
asleep,
있거든요.
maybe pass the viewers on, or
음,
hit a little bit of
올드워시
rerun
잘못한
tech, you know, depending on how I'm feeling.
아, 올드오션이 잘한 건 맞지만 이제 그러니까 좀 못한 것 같다라고 또 겸손하게 말씀을 해주셨는데
Why did it-
아무래도 오늘
what
현재
happened?
1위다 보니까 조금 부담감.
I just opened Twitter and I see Cinnabar OW, so disappointing. OC, I'm really disappointed. These are the first 2 timelines I see on the tweets I see on the timeline right now. What happened?
Well, they
Calling all
disappointed.
heroes.
4위 안에면 되지
No,
않았나?
is it calling all heroes related? I thought it was both like
상위권
big
안에
like
좀
calling all heroes
안착을
heads.
하자라고
No, it's
말씀을 들어봤는데요. 오늘
the
또
Valorant pro
짱짱한
player drama.
밀가루 선수의 포지션.
Oh,
What is
so-
everyone describing? Anyone know?
찌르기를 굳건하게 막아
You see the Sean Gares video?
중심을 오리사나 볼로 잘 잡아줬어요.
No.
오늘
Someone says
하면서
Fluorescent
팀원들에게 한
sexually
번씩은
assaulted
아니면
someone.
Oh, maybe that's unrelated then.
이런 것도 있었을까요?
Sean Gares posted like a video about match fixing in Valorant Tier 2.
형들 좀 미안하다.
But this seems like it's something else then.
Really- it's the really famous transgender Valorant player.
Oh, okay.
Fluorescent. Yeah, okay.
5세트 때 막상 막하였잖아요.
Crazy, I didn't even follow Cinnabar and I see it at the top of my timeline. How that happened?
팀원들 믿고
Oh
있었나요?
well, following that, I guess.
믿고 있었는데 종민이 형을 더 믿어가지고.
Was this the first match?
Hello, I want to
Yeah,
be
this was first
in
match. Yeah.
좋은
Sorry,
것
go on.
같습니다.
네, 다른
Oh, yeah,
팀원
no,
역시
it's
다
just-
믿고 있었다라고
Probably don't need to read out the
말씀드렸습니다.
sexual
자,
assault tweet
AGG
longer on
이제는
my stream, but
완전한
yeah.
강팀 반열에 올라섰다라는 말이
Yeah, we got the
많은데요.
context.
자, 순위 급 상승하고 있어요. 팬분들도 긴장하고 있단 말이죠. 팬분들께 한 말씀 부탁드립니다.
오늘 이렇게 힘들 줄 몰랐는데 힘들게 이겨가지고.
Yeah, can we get Grok to explain this?
다음 주 경기가
Thank you, homosexual.
라쿤 팔콘.
Did AG not play Orisa until the final round? No, they played Orisa throughout. Obviously, they did win. What map was it now? Runasapi.
네, 자, 오늘
But it was still close.
팬분들은 우리 밀가루 선수와
What do these
AGG 를
bum
좀
teams
죽여볼
have
수
beast
있어서
Orisa players,
좋지
dude? Like,
않았을까라는 생각을
Pfizer?
하면서
Just
이제
so
마무리를
good for it.
해보도록 하겠습니다. 자,
Like
오늘
the match at the end of the day,
선수의
what is it, Vesta versus
AGG
Poker Face? I
밀가루
think
선수와 인터뷰 나눠봤고요. 저희는 다음 경기로 돌아올 텐데요.
not bad. Not a bad
온사이드
match. We could have a couple of decent ones today.
기다리고 있습니다.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the next one that probably has for on the paper. On the paper. On paper.
On the paper, yeah.
On the paper.
What does the paper say?
I'm just looking at the paper now, and as you can see, on the paper it actually says this next game might be a roll.
Ah, okay.
A bit uncommittal from the paper still, but it's what it says.
What's for dinner, man? That's what I want to know. Oh, did you hear about where the Titan was?
Where's the Titan?
He's actually he's at one of the DreamHack events doing a booth in person because
Is that the
Titans
thing,
get like, real life esports opportunities and we get nothing, you know?
Because Rack's that the one Rack's going to for like the show match thing.
Yeah, I reckon. Heis is a freak on horse? Yeah, he's a beast. Maybe if you've had the thought to hold in your joke, maybe you should hold it in, you know what I mean? Sorry, we're only 1 out of 3 games in. Through for the day. Oh, that was a big clutch from Aid. Need to take a breather, man. How am I going to do a 24-hour stream tomorrow after this?
What's your plan? Then you get the NA host tonight, and then you're going to roll it all the way through?
Yeah, I'm not much of a forward thinker, to be honest, but like I figured that I'd still be going to the end of Dildux, so like get it at the end of North America and then full run it, you know? Like go like get it at the end of North America, rewatch EMEA, rewatch NA, do Korea, little break, breather, Korea, North America, or EMEA again, North America again.
Okay, yeah.
You know what? Yeah. If I can manage it. It's hard though. That's a lot of hours. Like, I don't know. It's a lot of hours, but you know, like, we'll see how big the host is. We'll see how much money I can. Do a 6-hour marble race and take a nap. Just do like a really slow marble race.
There's one I did when I did reruns, and then there was this marble race that was no one had ever finished it. So I left it up, come back 13 hours later, no finishes.
Were they still bouncing around?
Yeah, well, it was like a teleporter type map. So there's like a lot of the teleporters just send you back to the start, but there's one specific route that you make it all the way to the end, but you have to get very fortunate, and nobody was fortunate enough for it.
That's good. Just low chance. We at the Dildux just finished our 12-hour SSG VOD review and prep. Oh shit, Nog friend. I haven't done that, so that's tough.
I'm excited to see their prep.
Deeply concerned. Oh, 301 Zach with the tier 1. Welcome back to the Parasocial Friends Club. 3 minutes of ads is criminal. It's not criminal if it winds up making you pay me, so thank you very much. Appreciate that. Some of the accounts that join my Discord nowadays, they just have to be bots, you know what I mean? Like, they just have to be, like 100%.
What makes you think they're bots?
I feel like Sarah Loveheart with the anime profile picture just like has to be a bot, you know what I mean? Like, that has to be something that's just like preying on lonely men on Discord, like surely.
Oh, I should cut the VOD while I'm thinking about it.